One of the worst snowstorms to hit Virginia in years is the backdrop for Stag Bowl 37. The kick was moved back 5 hours to allow time to dig out. For a fifth straight year, Mount Union and Wisconsin Whitewater are set to clash for the Division III National Championship. Arguably, the greatest rivalry in D3 continues next. The NCAA Division III Football Championship presented on ESPN by Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Yeah, there's a familiar feel to Stag Bowl 37 because these teams are meeting for a fifth straight year, but none of the previous 4 games looked anything like this. But it was going to take more than snow to keep Mount Union and Wisconsin Whitewater off the field here today. Hi again, everybody. Welcome to a snow-white Salem, Virginia, alongside my partner, Dave Diaz-Infante, former Bronco. I'm Clay Matvick. And there was some talk that this game might be postponed until tomorrow. Not bad, though, just a 5-hour delay.
A bit of a challenge getting here today for us, the fans, and the football team. But everybody's here. The field is clear. This is football weather in December.
Braving the elements down on the sideline for this game are Quint Kesnick. Quint?
Guys, 17 inches of snow has fallen in the last day here in Virginia. So bad, in fact, that the governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia has issued a state of emergency. Now, you're looking at the only patch of green in Virginia, thanks in part to the hard work of dozens of employees who pulled an all-nighter moving mountains of snow. Mother Nature's impact probably most severe in terms of fans whose travel plans were thrown in destruction because of this blizzard.
Yeah, they're going to be watching at home. Quint, stay warm. Mount Union has become the New York Yankees of Division III football. 10 championships since 1993, and they've got their hands full against Whitewater. They've got a scare last week in the semifinals. They almost lost the game, and they lost their starting quarterback, Kurt Rocco, for 3 quarters.
Yeah, and he's back here today. He was questionable come in today, but he's completing 70% of his passes. He's got 39 touchdowns, only 8 interceptions. You see the big hit he took last week. Weren't sure if he's ready to go. He's been cleared to play. They need him. He's the guy that makes their offense go for sure.
Whitewater, one of the rare teams to have defeated the Raiders in recent years, won the national championship 2 years ago, in large part because they ran the ball effectively. That's their goal again today. If they're going to do that, that means Lavelle Coppage has to play well.
Coppage is their star running back. He's going to break the 2,000-yard rushing barrier here this afternoon. He's a guy that has make-you-miss kind of moves. He's got that big-time burst that's ready to score anytime he breaks the line of scrimmage. And everything Whitewater does offensively starts with the running game. And they've got some big-time play-action passes over the top.
It is cold, and there is still some snow flying in the air. 30 degrees here as we're ready to go. Whitewater won the toss. They have deferred to their second half. And so Mount Union will receive, and we're underway here in Salem. Good return. Chaz Jordan out over the 30-yard line and down at the 34, and that's where the defending national champions will go to work on offense. And Kurt Rocco, who was knocked out of the semis in the first quarter, again cleared to play here today. He is the nation's highest-rated Division III quarterback, completing over 70% of his passes. That's amazing.
Yeah, and he's really what makes this offense goes. He's got the arm, he's got the accuracy. You'll see him able to make any throw on the field here this afternoon.
Here we go, first play for Mount Union. Rocco away from center, a little play fake, wants to throw on first down. And it's going to be an errant pass out close to the 40-yard line, paying the price there, the receiver, Judd Harrell, the tight end. It's going to bring up second down as we take a look at the impact players.
And there's Cecil Shorts. He's the big-time playmaker for them offensively. Last week, filled in at Wildcat quarterback, 10 rushes, 98 yards. He's a guy to keep your eye on here this afternoon. Matt Williamson filling in for Joe Millings. He stepped up last week. They need him to step up big time along that defensive line. And Judd Lutz, he started at fullback last year, very intelligent, also an All-American shot putter and discus thrower.
Handoff for Terrence Mooring. He is the feature back for Mount Union. And and doesn't get much. It's going to bring up 3rd down and long. As we take a look at the starting lineups for Mount Union, rolling across the top of your screen. And I guess there might not be much surprise in the fact that Mount Union may be a little slow going here on the first 2 offensive plays. It was a long delay today for both teams.
Yeah, and that affects you mentally. I'm sure the coaches talked to their players last night, prepared them for this possible delay. We'll see how it impacts them early on in this game.
3rd down and 9. Rocco completes his pass. It is caught by A.J. Claycomb, and he's got enough for a 1st down as he is into Wisconsin Whitewater territory at the 48.
Well, it starts from the protection of that offensive line up front. Look at the pocket that Kurt Rocco has a throw from as he slides up, delivers the ball on a rope to Claycomb right over the middle. Look at the pocket, look at the window open up. You see his arm, you see the accuracy displayed right there.
So 1st down and 10 for Mount Union. The Raiders on their first offensive series. Here's Rocco on 1st down and throws behind the intended receiver, Cecil Shorts III. Here's a look at Mount Union's road to Salem, Virginia. Again, playing in their 13th Stag Bowl. Beat Washington and Jefferson, Montclair State, Albright, and then Wesley in the semifinals. That was a tough game for the 10-time national champs. 2nd down and 10 for Mount Union. 2 receivers to the near side. Here is Rocco handing off. And it's Terrence Mooring again. He's going to pick up a 1.5 yards. Larry Karras is the head coach of Mount Union. 35th season at his alma mater, 24th as head football coach. He is also the athletic director.
What he's been able to do over those 24 years, you look at his record, you look at the leadership, the consistency. He is really something that these young men look up to as a leader, as a coach, and really as a father figure type of guy.
20 Ohio Athletic Conference championships for Mr. Karras. 3rd down and 9. Rocco, time to throw, and underthrown again and nearly intercepted. Matt McCullough, the cornerback, almost picked off Rocco, and Mount Union will have to punt.
And again, Whitewater's not a team that likes to blitz much. They want to play coverage, break on the ball, and there's a great example of Matt McCullough reading the depth and drop of the quarterback, breaking up the ball that was thrown slightly behind the receiver to cause that incompletion.
Aaron Rouge is back to return this punt for Wisconsin Whitewater, standing at his own 10-yard line. Jake Carpenter is on, and he muffs the snap, barely got it off. Calling for the fair catch is Rouge at the 14-yard line. Near disaster for Mount Union on their first special teams play of the day.
Boy, it makes you wonder how slippery that football is. That could have been our first major mistake of the game, but way to keep your head calm and clear and get that ball off.
Jeff Donovan starting in his 2nd straight national title game for Wisconsin Whitewater. Player of the Year in the Wisconsin Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. First play here for the Warhawks. Out of the gun, it's Donovan rolling to his right. He's going to run. And he is met and pushed back at the 15-yard line. Sam Kershaw, the linebacker, making the initial hit. It's going to bring up 2nd down.
Up first for Whitewater's Aaron Rouge. He's their big play guy. Sudden wide receiver. They're going to try to get him the ball in space as often as possible. Lavelle Coppage, he's our running back in the backfield. 2,000 yards, going to be broken here today. Big play burst. And Kyle Supanowski is their linebacker in the middle, going sideline to sideline.
On 2nd down and 9, first running play for Coppage. And we talked about his ability to break the big ones. And he has just gone over the 2,000-yard mark. A big gain there out to the 41.
Coaches talk about his ability to set you up. You see the quick-footedness in the hole. Great blocking by the offensive line as he starts getting north and south once he breaks that line of scrimmage.
Gain of 21 for Coppage. And it's 1st down Whitewater as the Warhawks starting lineup is rolling across the top of your screen. Donovan again out of the shotgun. Plenty of time to throw. Cox's arm and fires, complete into Mount Union territory. Caught by Adam Brandis, who leads the team with nearly 1,000 receiving yards. It's a first down deep in Mount Union territory.
And you see Jeff Donovan's presence in that pocket to remain calm. Defensive back, you're going to see the safety for Mount Union fall down on the ground, and watch Donovan hit his receiver in the hole, that zone, over the top. And you'll see Brandis wide open in that zone defense of Mount Union.
Gain of 19. First down and 10 at the 35. It's Coppage again. Over left tackle this time, dives to the 30-yard line for a gain of 5. Alex Ferrara in on the stop for Mount Union. And there is Coach Leipold, head coach for Wisconsin Whitewater. Lance is in his 3rd year, a 1986 graduate of UW Whitewater.
Yeah, won a national championship in Division III his very first year as head coach. Knows what he's trying to do offensively, defensively, and trying to model his program and establish the dominance that Mount Union has had over the last years.
Not a bad start to a coaching career. 3 straight national title appearances. Oh, that should have been caught. Dropped at the 24-yard line by Corey Robinson. Robinson had that big play last week, a 45-yard touchdown catch in the 3rd quarter. Wiped out for offensive pass interference. And now 3rd down and 5 as the starting lineups continue to roll across the top of your screen.
Now, both these quarterbacks on display here this afternoon have very strong arms. A great example, Jeff Donovan right there, throwing that from the far hash on a rope, hitting Corey Robinson right on the numbers.
No score, the Division III National Championship game. 10.5 minutes to go here in the 1st quarter. Here's Donovan. Throws it to the outside. It's complete. It looks like enough for a first down for Aaron Roosh. He is one of Donovan's favorite targets. You can see why. A pretty play there for a first.
Yeah, Jim Zabrowski, offensive coordinator for Whitewater, talked about why they are the #1 team in Division III football in 3rd down conversions. It starts with Jeff Donovan, his confidence in the offense, knowing where to go with the ball before it's even snapped, and it takes guys like Aaron Roosh to hang on to the football and convert on 3rd down.
Donovan averaging 240 yards passing per game. Off to a good start. From the 23, first down. Wanting to throw again off his back foot, incomplete, and that could have been disaster for Jeff Donovan. James Herbert, the defensive end, breathing down his neck. Here is how Whitewater advanced to Salem, Virginia. Beat Lakeland in the 1st round, Illinois Wesleyan after that, Wittenberg and Linfield out of Oregon. It was a 10-point win, and Linfield had a 17-10 lead in the 4th quarter. So a close call for both of these teams coming in.
Yeah, they had to show some resiliency and tenacity to find a way to pull off the win in the semifinals.
On 2nd down and 10, Coppage is stuffed in the backfield by Kershaw. Kershaw, the Ohio Athletic Conference linebacker of the year. He's number 42 there on your screen. He is a good one, 6 foot 230.
And he led their defensive team in tackles as a sophomore, and he's back again as a junior this year, running that defensive front for the Raiders.
So Whitewater's got it 3rd down and 12 at the 24-yard line, and they have been great this year. 53% on the season, 3rd in Division III. Trying to convert here. Play fake. Donovan has time. Throws. Has a man. Caught at the 1. What a catch by Jordan Wells. And Whitewater's knocking on the door.
Well, offensive coordinator Jim Zabrowski talked about Donovan's uncanny ability to pick up 3rd and long. You see the play action fake. He knows Wells is going to break open over the middle. He throws the ball on time in the hole before the safety can get there. And Wells goes up and makes a great snag of the football inside the 1-yard line.
Wells is a smooth receiver, leads the team with 10 touchdown catches, a yard short of his 11th. First down and goal. Donovan, Coppage to the goal line, and I don't think he made it. No indication of a touchdown. There it is late, and Whitewater draws first blood.
Well, Lavelle Coppage, they talk about his quickness. Not a real big guy, but you see the tenacity and the want to right here. He never quits his legs. Look at him lower his pads. Looks like he stopped. He continues to push as some of the big hogs start pushing that foul as well, and he fights his way into the end zone for the touch.
On for the extra point is Jeff Shebler, and it's 7-0 Wisconsin Whitewater. That drive started on the 15-yard line. Very impressive for Whitewater as they go in front in the national championship game. Here that the Stag Bowl has been here in Salem, Virginia, and 16 inches of snow and a Commonwealth-wide snow emergency is not going to keep hardy fans from tailgating.
Those guys aren't cold at all. There are a few brave tailgaters out there, and you can see where the snow's been cleared in the stands for the fans that are here that braved the weather, and certainly off to a good start right here. Whitewater really got some rhythm going offensively in their first possession.
Mount Union is trailing for the first time since October 10th when they got behind in a game against Capital. And a lot of the Mount Union players will tell you that that's the game that really kind of got things going and where they felt they really started to gel and knew that they were championship game bound again. On the return, this is Chaz Jordan for Mount Union. And again gets out over the 30-yard line. He'll be stopped at the 32. Capital One Bowl Week continues on ESPN tonight at 8 Eastern. The Golden Knights of Central Florida face Greg Schiano's Rutgers Scarlet Knights in the St. Petersburg Bowl, presented by Beef O'Brady's. The Capital One Bowl Week on ESPN and ESPN360.com.
Coach Schiano has Rutgers going to yet another bowl game this year.
Mount Union first down and 10. This is Kurt Rocco, complete to the 40-yard line, and Cecil Shorts. Shorts, the All-American senior receiver who led Mount Union last week as a quarterback. And we thought in the minutes leading up to this game that Shorts might be called on to be the quarterback again today because we didn't know about Rocco's status.
And as athletic as he is and his high school experience at the quarterback position, is a guy that's capable, but certainly not at the same level that Kurt Rocco's able to play. So Rocco's being at the quarterback position here today is key for Mount Union to make a move here this afternoon.
Mooring bounces to the outside, and he gets into Whitewater territory down at the 46. Justin Ankley, the defensive tackle, finally wrangled him down. But Terrence Mooring is a very good running back.
Watch the left side of that offensive line. Set the edge, seal the corner, and that allows Terrence Mooring to get to the outside to pick up a good gain for Mount Union.
Mooring leads the team's rushing attack with nearly 1,100 yards. First down and 10 for Mount Union. Rocco, play fake. Looking downfield now, decides to run, wanted to slide and kind of tripped at about the 45-yard line. About a half-yard gain for Rocco.
And I'm sure head coach Larry Karras is glad to see Rocco slide there, play it smart. But you watch his feet in the pocket. Watch how active he is. Look him carry out the fake, hitch, slide, work the pocket forward. Nothing there, slide. Live to play another down.
Rocco is a first-year starter. He played behind last year's Gallardi Award winner, Greg McCaleb. So a new quarterback this year and a new starting running back. And yet, here's Mount Union again in the national championship game. Another play fake. Rocco, feeling the pressure, throws low and incomplete. Intended for Vince Petrozello, but underthrown. And Kurt Rocco, you can tell, not as sharp as we've seen him in the past.
Well, and there's also pressure put up by the Warhawks defense, number 95, Wesley Hicks. It'll get a bump on Rocco, and that's going to be real key for them. They're not a heavy blitz team. Can that front four of the Warhawks get pressure on Rocco, make him feel the heat, and see if he is ready for it?
These teams meeting for the 5th straight year in the national championship game. Cecil Shorts lining up to the top of your screen on 3rd down and 9. Rocco. Hit as he throws, gets it away, intended for Shorts. Penalty flag comes in. Troney Shumpert is pleading his case. He thinks he is going to get a penalty for pass interference, and that's the early indication.
Yeah, that ball was not catchable, though. I think the officials are going to recognize that here in a second. But certainly Shumpert had no reason to try to tackle Cecil Shorts.
Pass interference on the defense. Number 7, 15-yard penalty, previous spot, automatic, first down.
Boy, that pass was, like you said, I don't think catchable.
I don't think that ball was catchable. But look, Shumpert's there, stride for stride. No reason to go around the waist of Cecil Shorts. So that's easy to say when you're not the one responsible in deep coverage against a guy like Shorts. But certainly that ball looked uncatchable from this vantage point.
So now a break for Mount Union. First down. They go back to the ground, and Mooring knifing his way through the linebackers and down to the 25-yard line. Good pickup on first down for the Raiders. Troney Shumpert, first team All-West region as a cornerback for Wisconsin Whitewater. And a big mistake here on this series as a man is down for Mount Union.
Looks like it might be number 57, John Nikolazakis.
Nikolazakis. How about that?
Nikolazakis.
Kind of left you
wow,
hanging there.
That one got me.
I could have come in earlier to bail you out, but I decided to let you go. It is John Nikolazakis, the junior left guard from Cambridge, Massachusetts. He is being tended to. We step aside. Wisconsin Whitewater leading 7-0.
Because we pretty much know we're going to face them every year.
We definitely respect what they can do. We know it's going to be a great game.
Beating Mount Union is probably one of the most important things right now.
It'd be a great feeling for us, and it'd be special for the state of Wisconsin.
We want to win more. We want to become the next Mount Union. We want to have 10 national championship rings.
There's a reference from Whitewater about what they want. They want what Mount Union already has.
Yeah, they certainly do, and that's the target. They're trying to become and earn the reputation that Mount Union has in Division III football. And certainly, they're off to a great start.
John Nikolazakis has made his way to the sideline. Try and get an update for you. Second down and 4. Mount Union driving. Here is Terrence Mooring, the fifth-year senior running back. He'll pick up 4. Paul Wick, the free safety, making the stop. Mooring, part of a formidable 1-2 punch with senior running back Scott Panchik until 3 weeks ago when he was lost for the season. Now Mooring is the feature guy, and he's done a great job picking up the slack.
Well, Mooring has a physical style about him. He's kind of a slasher, has great vision inside the hole, and he has 6 100-yard rushing games so far this season.
Third down and a short 1. Ball comes loose. Taking a hit is Rocco. A loss of 5 as Max Ford flew in from his weak side linebacker spot and knocked it loose.
It looks like Kurt Rocco didn't have the ball right from the center. It's bobbling on the ground. And then you see Max Ford come knifing in as he headbutts Kurt Rocco. See how that affects him at all. That ball looked like it was slippery up through his hands. Never had a chance to catch it cleanly from the center exchange.
They're going to go for it on 4th down and 7. Mount Union 50% this season on 4th downs. Play clock down to 2. Here's Rocco stepping up, throws. It is complete but short of the first down is A.J. Claycomb. And Mount Union will be forced into a fairly long field goal attempt. Excuse me, they turn it over on downs. Pardon me, they did go for it on 4th down, and they're stopped short. Excuse me.
Boy, and they spread the splits wide open by their offensive line. Kurt Rocco had time in the pocket as it started to collapse, felt the pressure. Claycomb uncovered over the middle, but short of the first down. Great awareness by the Whitewater Warhawks defense to know where the yard marker was and make a sure tackle short of it.
Huge play for the Whitewater defense. They've got it back now. First down and 10. The 22. Here's Antoine Anderson, his first carry of the day for the Warhawks. He's going to pick up 1. Anderson's an interesting story. He was the feature back last year and has taken more of a back seat this year. with the emergence of Lavelle Coppage, still an important part of the offense. And Lance Leipold and the Whitewater coaching staff, they were talking about that. This unit is very cohesive. Not a lot of petty jealousies here with this group.
I know, they're about winning. It's about teamwork. They understand what it takes to go all the way and win national championships.
2nd down and 9. Whitewater leading 7-0, and here the Warhawks pick up another 1st down. Adam Brandis, a gain of 10. Brandis is part of that big 3 receiving core with Roosh and Wells, and we've seen all 3 already today.
And again, you're going to watch Brandis again turn off his route. You see him squared off to the outside. Look at the placement of the football, though, by Jeff Donovan. There's a reason why he's completing 73% of his passes. It's putting the ball in the numbers just like that.
On 1st down, Donovan rolling out. Dumps it off short, bobbled, and Antoine Anderson can't haul it in. So to bring up 2nd down. Let's go down to Quinn.
Clay, we've seen a bunch of drops and a bunch of fumbles, and one thing that both coaches told me today, they did not bring their own ball boys. Well, it may not seem like much, but the local organizing committee picked a bunch of high school kids who could make it out here today in the snow. And the ball boys right now don't have towels, so they're putting wet footballs back into the football game. It's kind of unconscionable considering that this field is wet and it's still snowing.
Certainly routine is a factor here today, and everything's been knocked off since yesterday.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And we've seen the ball slip around more than usual. Snow may not be on the field, but the field is certainly wet.
Anderson will gain 3. And it'll bring up 3rd down and fairly long. There you see the ball boys doing what they can to keep those footballs dry on the sideline. But overall, we really have to tip our hat to the crew getting this field prepared. You know, there were 16 inches of snow on it at one point.
You're right. This is the only green patch in Virginia right now.
Big 3rd down here for Whitewater. Trying to keep this drive alive. Donovan sets up, a lot of time to throw. Has a man! Wide open and caught! At the 28, it's Aaron Roosh. A gain of 37 and a 1st down.
Jeff Donovan once again on 3rd down. He knows what he has. He's got man-to-man on his receiver, Aaron Roosh, and he makes a catch, puts the ball in a place where his receiver can make a play on it. Away from the defensive back, long enough so he can make the catch.
Coaches said Roosh is more quick than fast. Well, he used his quickness to beat the defender. Got open for a 1st down. 1st and 10. Play clock down to 5. Quick throw from Donovan out to the flat. And it's Adam Brandis, brought down by Chaz Jordan. It's a gain of 4. We're in Salem, Virginia for the Division III National Football Championship, presented by Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Quint Kesnick is braving the elements down on the sidelines. Dave Diaz-Infante and myself are up here. Clay Matvick, glad to have you along on a snowy day here in the Commonwealth. And these two teams very familiar with one another. This is the 5th straight year they've met for the national championship. 7th play of the drive. Whitewater leading with the football. And this is going to be close to another 1st down. Corey Robinson, a gain of 7 out on that far sideline. Just to catch you up on what's at stake in this national championship game. Wisconsin-Whitewater, as we mentioned before, they kind of want what Mount Union has already established, and that's year in, year out winning national championships. Whitewater has won. They'd like their 2nd in 3 years here today. It is their 1st down. Under 2 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Nice run for Antoine Anderson. A gain of 9 on 1st down for the 2nd string running back.
He came in the game with 575 total rushing yards. Watch the hesitation move right there in the line of scrimmage, freezes the defense, and then accelerates through the hole.
Anderson had that 1-yard touchdown leap in the fourth quarter last week against Linfield. It put the Warhawks ahead to stay. A good drive here by Whitewater. Already an 85-yard scoring drive today by the Warhawks. Here's play number 9 on this series. Second down and 1. A little hesitation there by Anderson as he tried to find the hole. No gain. Strong safety Drew McLean getting in along with Alex Ferrara, number 7 on that stop.
That's right, Ferrara and McLean there to make the stop, the hesitation move. Not near the goal line. You need the space to do it. There comes a time when you got to lower your pads and try to get your offense a couple dirty yards.
Mount Union second in total defense, 194 yards per game allowed. And you can see Whitewater already at 157. Anderson. He picks up 2 and he's got it. A first down with 14 seconds to go in the quarter. What do you make of the way Whitewater is moving the football here today?
Well, Whitewater is mixing up themselves offensively. Look at the different formations, the motions, the shifts, the different personnel groupings, and they have a great feel in terms of running the football and then throwing the ball off that. Donovan is in a rhythm and on fire right now.
And they've been impressive on third down, 4 for 4. We told you before, 53% coming into this game. That's an amazing statistic. And they have looked good here through one quarter in snowy Salem, Virginia. It's the Division III National Championship game, the 5th straight meeting between Mount Union and Whitewater. It's the Warhawks with the lead after 15 minutes.
NCAA Division III College Football Championship. Brought to you by GMC, we are professional grade. And Windows 7, your PC simplified.
Again, the crew just doing such an outstanding job getting this field ready to go here in Salem, Virginia. Welcome back to the Amos Alonso Stag Bowl. Stag Bowl 37, in fact. It's the Division III National Championship game between Wisconsin Whitewater, the number 2 team in the country, and the defending national champs Mount Union, the number 1 team in the country, and they have been all season long. But right now, Whitewater driving for another touchdown. Here's Donovan out of the gun, and he'll dive down to the 5, back to the line of scrimmage. Judd Lutz, the linebacker, brought him down.
Jeff Donovan isn't the most graceful athlete back there at quarterback, but certainly is efficient when they ask him to run the football. Quarterback draw right there. Great awareness by the defensive line and linebackers of Mount Union to find a way to stuff it.
What did Lance Leipold call him yesterday?
Like a baby giraffe on ice.
Yeah, that's not exactly complimentary. Especially when you're a 2-sport athlete as he is. Little play fake. Now they turn and hand off to Coppage. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. It's a gain of 3. Sam Kershaw, number 42, in there for the stop. Already 12 plays on this drive. Whitewater with a scoring drive of 10 plays in the first quarter.
Yeah, when you look at this Whitewater offense, you're going to see a lot of movement. Said they study a lot of tape of Boise State and are big fans of what the Broncos do in terms of motion, movement, personnel packages, to create some confusion for the defense and force them to be disciplined in how they approach the game.
Whitewater 4 for 4 on third downs today. Third down and goal. Play fake to Coppage, pass to the end zone, caught, touchdown. Corey Robinson diving into the snow over there. And it's another touchdown for Wisconsin Whitewater.
And you can see why Whitewater came into this game averaging 44 points a game. Donovan has command of this offense. They force you to defend the whole field. A great example of play action on third down. Create an advantage offensively. Corey Robinson wide open in the end zone.
Jeff Shebler, no kicker in college football has scored more points than Shebler, and he bangs home another one. First touchdown of the year for Robinson. 45th career touchdown pass for Donovan. And what a start for Whitewater in the Stag Bowl. It's 14-0. Behind by the biggest deficit they've had this year, 14 points. Dave, walk us through that touchdown.
You're going to see Corey Robinson line up at the slot right here on the left outside the tackle. They're going to fake to Coppage to the left side of the line of scrimmage, sneak Corey Robinson behind the line of scrimmage. Right there, you see him in motion. You see the play action fake left, quarterback keep pass right, and Corey Robinson open in the corner of the end zone. Look at the touch that Jeff Donovan has on that football. And there's Corey Robinson wide open for that touchdown. Great design. And it helps when you can fake the ball to a guy like Coppage that has 2,000 yards rushing.
13 plays, 78 yards, and 622. Said before, Donovan, a two-sport athlete. Pretty good first baseman on the baseball team as well. Here's Chaz Jordan, his third kickoff return already today. This time he'll be stopped short of the 30-yard line at the 29. 21-yard return for Jordan. Capital One Bowl Week continues on ESPN Sunday night as Damian Fletcher and the Southern Miss Golden Eagles take on Dwight Dasher and Middle Tennessee. It's the R&L Carriers New Orleans Bowl. Capital One Bowl Week on ESPN and ESPN360.com. It's tomorrow at 8:30 Eastern Time. Superdome.
Yeah, that's with our friend Ray Bentley and Pam Ward making the call. And we'll be there doing the radio.
If we can get out of here. Caught at the 44-yard line. That's Vince Petrozello's first reception of the day. It's a gain of 15. Petrozello, the number 2 receiving option for Kurt Rocco. And he gets plenty of opportunities because so many teams focus on Cecil Shorts. First down now at the 45 for Mount Union. See the ball control. It's been Whitewater's day so far.
Whitewater running the football, mixing the pass where they can. Been very effective offensively.
Rocco, play fake, pumps, throws to the near sideline. There's Cecil Shorts making an impact. Gonna mark him out at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 22 for Shorts.
And you can see why Cecil Shorts is so effective. Watch him run this route. Look at the pump fake. They fake the post. He turns the corner, and he turns Tony Shumper all the way around. You see him stab inside, break back out to the corner. Wide open, and a well-thrown, accurate pass by Kurt Rocco.
Rocco, a product of Roger Bacon High School in Cincinnati. Tell you what, he throws a nice ball. He's going to hand off this time to Morin. Looking for room on the outside, cuts the corner and steps out at the 22. It's a gain of 6. Lane Olson, the strong side linebacker, very fast, gets over there to make the stop.
And you see how physical Morin is running with the football. You can see him break the outside, see the offensive line there. There's some traffic. He bounces outside and just breaks the tackle of Max Ford, picking up a couple extra yards.
Second down at 4. It's Moring again. Lowers his head and he'll be stopped shy of the first down, a gain of 2. Mount Union is located in Alliance, Ohio, only 15 minutes from the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton. It is a football crazy area of northeastern Ohio. Salem, Virginia is just 6 hours by car from Alliance, but tell you what, we heard stories of people driving 20-some hours to get here because of the snow.
Yeah, they certainly did. That's a passion for the game, and that's why they have so many great players and such a great program. It's a love for football in Ohio.
On third down to the end zone, there is Shorts, touchdown. What a play by the All-American. That is what Mount Union needed.
And they found the matchup they wanted, and that's Shorts against Shumpert. They get him isolated. You talk about the route running ability of Shorts, but you also got to recognize the ability to go up for the ball in the air.
Third catch today for Shorts. And that is his 18th receiving touchdown of the year. Herman Timmersjoe on for the extra point, and Mount Union, the defending national champs, on the board for the first time today. 14-7 Whitewater leads, but the Raiders get a score from Shorts. Let's go back to last season's Stag Bowl. Greg McKaylee, the Gallardi Trophy winner. He and Cecil Shorts had a great connection that day. Shorts, the leading receiver, 178 yards, a couple of touchdowns, including a long one of 55 yards, as Mount Union wins at 31-26, their 10th national championship. And Cecil Shorts has been heard from here this afternoon. First touchdown for him today, and it's 14-7.
And he was the guy they were going to go to as there's some blue skies opening up here this afternoon. But Cecil Shorts is the guy they were going to go to, and that's a big concern of Brian Borland, defensive coordinator for the Whitewater Warhawks. He knew they had to be smart in their coverages, to give some help by some safeties over the top, and right now they've gone after Tony Shumpert. They knew he was subject and vulnerable to double moves. They've got him twice, one of those for a big conversion, another one for the touchdown.
Shumpert, he's their shutdown guy, and if he can't shut Shorts down, there's probably no one else that can for Whitewater. And out to the 30-yard line. It's going to be Derek Underwood. A return of 16 yards as Whitewater will go back to work with a touchdown lead. The NCAA Fall Championships wrap up tonight in Tampa, as the women's volleyball title will be decided. The Texas Longhorns take on Penn State. ESPN2 at 8 Eastern time. Log on to ncaa.com for more information. There's a penalty marker on that play. It's on the 32-yard line.
5 yards from the end of the run. First down.
Call an offside, so a 5-yard penalty, which will put it at the 35 for Whitewater. So Jeff Donovan brings the Warhawks back out. It's been a good start for Donovan. 7 of 10, already over 100 yards passing. And a touchdown.
They've also been 4 of 5 on third downs. We'll see what Vince Karras, son of head coach Larry Karras, defensive coordinator, see what kind of adjustments he makes on the defensive side of the ball.
Donovan has all day to throw. Down the middle. Incomplete. Into double coverage. He was trying to hit Jordan Wells. Wells wants penalty flags, none thrown. Jordan and Ferreira there on the coverage. And now Ferreira is slow to get up.
Ferreira and Chaz Jordan collided down the middle of the field. Look how aggressive Jeff Donovan is, and they go for it down the middle of the field early, trying to get the ball to Jordan Wells. And you see Jordan and Ferreira collide in midair.
Ferreira has emerged as a great ball hawking safety, according to that man, Larry Karras. Ferreira coming into the game with 5 picks and was in the vicinity for another one. And it looks like he's going to be all right.
And it was really his emergence and improvement this year that allowed them to move Chaz Jordan to corner and pluck him at the safety position. Really gave them some flexibility and really upgraded their talent in the back end.
You know, when you were in the car for 20 hours, you'd be that excited to be out too at a football game.
No doubt about it.
Second down and 10. Whitewater leading 14-7. They're in black. This is their 8th NCAA postseason appearance. 5th straight trip to the national title game. Lavelle Coppage will plunge ahead for a gain of 3. Last 2 drives have been impressive for Whitewater. Here is the most recent one that led to a touchdown.
And that was a 13-play, 78 yards. And it was Donovan on target early and often stretching the field down to Roosh. And then getting the ball going on the ground. And then you see the play action pass as he drops it over the top of Corey Robinson.
Well, look at the last couple of drives that have resulted in touchdowns. 85 and 78 yards respectively. 4 receivers set. Donovan looks to the right, throws to the right, and it's complete. Aaron Roosh again for a first down. He is closing in on 200 career catches.
And you talk about the route running of Roosh, his suddenness in and out of his breaks, and the confidence that Jeff Donovan has in him. A great example of, again, clutch third down. You see him in motion, they threaten the safety, he turns it out, knows exactly where that first down marker is, makes sure he gets enough for the first down. Great catch, great pitch and catch.
Donovan really having a nice day. 120 yards passing already. And Coppage will pick up 1. Coppage, third-team All-American last year. 53 career rushing touchdowns, school and conference record. And he is just a sophomore. He broke the records of former Warhawk great Justin Beaver, and now he's going to come out of the game for a break.
Well, you look at the talent that the Warhawks have on both sides of the ball, the depth. They're one of the biggest schools in Division III football, over 10,000 students. They have the biggest stadium that seats over 13,000, so they have all what it takes to build a dynasty.
Which is what Mount Union already has. Donovan on 2nd and 9. It is caught. What a catch by Brandis. And as a gain of 10, they'll move the sticks again. Boy, you got to like what we're seeing from the receivers on both sides today so far.
A sure-handed group of receivers. They've got 3-4 guys that are capable of stretching the field. But watch how this ball is on Brandis right when he comes out of the break. On a rope, you see him go up and just snatch that ball out of the air.
3 catches now for Brandis and 38 yards. He is a native of Burlington, Wisconsin. Little flea flicker. Donovan going to the end zone. Man open. Incomplete. Corey Robinson had it.
Jeff Donovan's pass incomplete.
Boy, they had Mount Union fooled.
Oh, the Raiders were there, but it's Chaz Jordan that falls down. Corey Robinson is wide open, falls slightly underthrown. You can see it. Here's the flea flicker down the field, and the Raiders in not bad position, but Donovan's going to throw it anyways. Chaz Jordan falls down, and Corey Robinson unable to hang on to the football.
Donovan thought he had his 2nd touchdown pass of the day. Inside handoff to Coppage. Big hole. He's going to be stopped at the 36-yard line by Lambert Budzinski, an excellent defensive tackle. And so it'll bring up 3rd down.
Boy, offensive coordinator Jim Zabrowski and this offense, they are not afraid to stretch the field. They're aggressive in their play calling. You see them mix things up, throwing the football, different ways of running it. You see a little sprint draw action there that picks up a good chunk of yardage, and now they're in a much more manageable 3rd down situation.
Whitewater 5 of 6 on 3rd down conversions today. Donovan gets rid of it quickly. Caught. David Leaf, the junior from Winona, Minnesota, gets 6 yards and another Whitewater first down again. Mount Union has to figure out how to stop these guys on 3rd downs.
Well, this time they come with pressure, but Donovan is ready. Gets him in man-to-man coverage, and David Leaf is there again, snagging the ball out of the air. Watch him go up, make a tough catch behind his shoulder, tight coverage.
We asked Lance Leipold, what's the key to the success on 3rd downs? He gave a lot of the credit to Donovan. Here's Donovan again wanting to throw. Off his back foot to Coppage, wide open. To the end zone, did he get in? Yes, touchdown.
Jeff Donovan's pass.
What an effort by Lavelle Coppage.
Lavelle Coppage. 30 yards on the completion, touchdown.
A 29-yard touchdown for Wisconsin Whitewater. We'll see if they go to the videotape.
Replay is in effect here in this championship game. You see the throw to Coppage. He is wide open on the wheel route. You see him come up the sideline. He's going to go airborne here in a second. I think his left foot is out of bounds. The question is whether the ball, yep, they're going to mark him short of the end zone.
The play is under review.
In Division III football, they do not use instant replay at any time during the season. They make an exception for the national championship game.
Because they want to get it right. And again, they have the same angles that we have, the same viewpoint, and the video evidence has to be indisputable.
Our referee is Bob Rose, and here's another look.
He's going to take the hit. You see that left leg out of bounds, short of the end zone. This is a better angle right here. Boy, great effort by Coppage. I believe it's going to be overturned.
After further review, the player stepped out of bounds on the 1 yard line. First and goal on the 1.
So a 28-yard reception for Coppage sets up first down and goal for the Warhawks. Coppage earlier in this game went over 2,000 yards rushing for the season, and as you can see, he's a pretty decent receiver out of the backfield.
Just another one of the weapons they have offensively. Came into this game with 12 receptions on the season, but certainly was wide open that time for Whitewater.
Donovan. End zone, touchdown, Lavelle Coppage. He was going to get it one way or another on that series. And Whitewater, with its third touchdown, its third very impressive touchdown drive.
You want to talk about an offense that's firing in all cylinders, and there's Coppage again. Look, they seal the edge just enough where he's able to get around the corner inside the pylon.
When we were talking with the coaching staff from Whitewater, they said, do we remind you of anybody? And they said, keep an eye on Boise State this year in the bowl game. You're going to see a lot of similarities. I'll tell you what, Wisconsin-Whitewater has been impressive here in the first half. They lead it by 2 touchdowns. Lavelle Coppage has 2 of them. 85 yards, 78 yards, and 65-yard drives for the Warhawks.
We don't get paid to play football.
We go out there and we just play for our heart.
All of us are there for the love of football.
Not only do you have the chance to be part of a team, but you build relationships that will last a lifetime.
That's the best part, is you create a family here when you come here.
In Division III, there are no scholarships. Student athletes come to these schools and these programs because they love the sport. It's not for the money they're going to get to go to that school, and it's to compete at the highest level in Division III. And these 2 programs are 2 of the best in the country in this division.
Well, and you're getting a great glimpse into what good Division III football really is right here. I am so impressed with the level of play they are displaying here this afternoon.
You see our Coke Zero game track. Wisconsin-Whitewater, 3 impressive first half drives.
And they're doing it against a defense from Mount Union that came into this game with 49 sacks, 107 tackles for a loss, and 28 interceptions. This is one of the best defenses in Division III football.
Chaz Jordan back deep again here for Mount Union. Finds his seam up the middle and then takes a pop at the 30-yard line, stays on his feet. Out to the 35. It's a return of 30 yards for Jordan. Coming into the game, averaging 27 yards per return. Mount Union with an impressive offensive scoring drive of its own. Fairly quickly, the last time out. Now we'll see how they respond after going down again by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, they went 5 plays, 78 yards in under 2 minutes. There was some big plays to Cecil Shorts. Again, we'll see what Whitewater does defensively to try to account for Shorts.
Kurt Rocco on first down, play fake to Morin. Sets up, throws, incomplete. Looking for Petrozello and overthrew him.
Pass ruled incomplete.
Hey, Los Angeles fans, coming this Monday, ESPNLosAngeles.com. It's your new destination for the latest on the teams and players you care about most, i.e. USC, the Lakers, the Dodgers. You get the picture. On a news, opinion, and all the information you want, ESPNLosAngeles.com. It starts on Monday. Come up with ESPNSanJose.com anytime soon? I know that's your home.
That'll be a little farther down the road.
Kurt Rocco stepping up. Eyes downfield, lofts it up. What a catch over the defense. The tight end, Kyle Miller. He is huge, 6'6", and he needed every inch on that play. 57-yard reception for Miller.
And you see the Raiders right here. Kurt Rocco, watch him extend the play up into the pocket, aware of the line of scrimmage. He is really close to going over it. Delivers the ball behind the line of scrimmage to his big tight end and puts it up in a place where he can out-jump the defensive back and make a play on the ball.
Now they may review this. Rocco was dangerously close to being over the line of scrimmage.
It was close, but I believe he got rid of that football before he crossed it.
They are not going upstairs. Apparently there is something wrong with the chains. They've got it figured out. We'll start the play clock. First down at 10. Rocco gives to Morin. Dive ahead for 2. Kyle Miller, the 4th leading receiver on this team for the Raiders. Huge play.
And what do you see the Raiders doing offensively? If you're going to try and take away Cecil Shorts from us, we're going to go to the other 2 guys, Miller and Petrozello.
Rocco wants to throw. Now running. Dives close to the end zone. He's going to be stopped about a yard short. Again, Kurt Rocco, he was questionable before this game after taking a hard hit last week, but he is showing no fear today.
Kurt Rocco's showing the guts right here. Again, not going to turn the ball over in the red zone. Scrambles upfield, watch him go right below the 2 tacklers and avoid a big hit. Like to see him slide, but that's gutsy, heads up football.
First and goal from the 1. Morin. He stopped. No gain. As the Whitewater defense standing tall. Max Ford with the tackle.
That's right, those 3 linebackers led by Max Ford. Boy, they met Terrence Morin in the hole, turned him sideways.
Mount Union's offense has put up almost 660 points this season, the most in Division III. Trying to get a touchdown here. Morin to the outside. He's going to be stopped again. Lane Olson, the strong side linebacker, for a loss of 1, coming in to make the stop. Olson came to Whitewater as a safety, but he's been a very effective linebacker the last couple of seasons. Third down and goal.
Sure has. And defense coordinator Brian Borland talks about their front 7 is as good as anybody in Division III football. They're showing a great example of their desire and heart in this goal line stand. We'll see if they can keep it up.
Rocco throws, touchdown. Wes Ryder, the fullback. Primarily a blocking fullback, but Mount Union needed a touchdown reception from him on that play, and he gave it to him.
That's right. They just slid Ryder out of the backfield into the flat. The Warhawks defense didn't account for him. Able to walk into the end zone.
Coming on for the extra point is Timmerjo. And it's a 7-point game. The 2 highest scoring offenses in Division III. meeting in the national title game for the 5th straight year, and we're getting everything we expected. When we come back, Pierre Garçon, star receiver for Mount Union, now with the Colts, will join us on the phone. What a back and forth game we got here. The last 4 drives for these two teams have resulted in touchdowns, as the Raiders of Mount Union get back within a touchdown. 7 plays, 65 yards. Ryder with his first career touchdown. The fullback is all smiles on that Mount Union sideline right now. We're back here at Stag Bowl 37. Dave Diaz-Infante, Clay Matvick, Quinn Kesnick down on the sideline here in snowy Salem, Virginia. And I know you're impressed with the level of play here today.
I tell you what, both these teams are operating at a very high level. Guys are blocking, catching, running with the football. It is big time right now.
Derek Underwood, Jordan Wells back deep to return this kick for Wisconsin Whitewater. Timmerjo has it teed up. 4:33 to go in the half. 21-14 Whitewater. 21 points by the Warhawks, the most scored against Mount Union this season. This is a short kick. Bobbled at the 23. Derek Underwood able to pick it up and bring it back 13 yards. Pierre Garçon was an excellent wide receiver for the Mount Union Purple Raiders. Now a stellar wide receiver with the undefeated Indianapolis Colts. He is proof you can make the jump from Division III football all the way to the NFL.
He certainly is. You can see his ability to make plays right there. And that's catching the football, running with it. And that's one thing that never changes. He's been able to do some of those same types of skills with the Indianapolis Colts.
First down and 10 for Wisconsin Whitewater. They start this drive at the 35-yard line. It's Antoine Anderson for a gain of 5. And Pierre Garçon, proud Mount Union alum, joins us now on the phone from Indianapolis. And you have played in the Amos Alonzo Stag Bowl before. What's it like being on this stage?
It's a great feeling, you know, being in front of national TV, national audience for one time a year. It's a great feeling. I know the guys are playing with a lot of emotion, a lot of fire under their belt.
Pierre, to give us a little insight what the transition was like for you to go from Division III to the National Football League, especially the Indianapolis Colts, who are playing at such a high level right now.
I was a total 360, you know, everything from the playbook to the level of play to the speed of the game to the workouts and all the off-the-field timing at the foot as well. So it's very tough.
We're talking with Pierre Garçon, former wide receiver for Mount Union, now a member of the Indianapolis Colts. Here's a 3rd down and 8 for Whitewater. Donovan has spent most of the game out of the gun. Looks to throw outside, and it is complete. First down catch for Adam Brandis. It's a gain of 10. And Pierre, we know how important Mount Union is to you, and it still is. You still have plans to go back there and wrap up your degree. Tell us about that.
Yeah, hopefully this is my last semester at Mount Union. In the spring I'll be there and hopefully graduate in May and, you know, get it over with and have my college degree.
That's great.
Hey, Pierre, you've had a chance to be under Tony Dungy, now Caldwell, and your own head coach here at Mount Union, Larry Karras, done such an outstanding job. Tell us a little bit what it was like to play for him and the type of leader he is.
Coach Karras?
Yes.
Karras, you know, he's a great leader. Everybody looks up to him. You know, he's been there for a while. He's very consistent, very, you know, professional. He knows what he expects from you, and, you know, everybody wants to play for him and follow his lead.
Yeah, definitely consistency is what Larry Karras is all about, and I know that that's what you at Indianapolis are all about with the Colts. I mean, you couldn't possibly be more consistent than you've been, 14-0. Do you think you can go undefeated?
We're trying to. Every time we play out, until we get out on field to play, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to win.
Well, good luck to you, Pierre.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I know you're going to be rooting for Mount Union the rest of the way today. A gain of 1 there, as Whitewater is going to be coming up here on 3rd down. Pierre Garçon, joining us on the phone, and the Colts, boy, they look pretty tough.
Well, the Colts and the Saints have those 72 Dolphins putting that champagne back on the shelf and out of the refrigerator. So I know how tough that is. In 1998 with the Broncos, we went 13-0 before we lost to the New York Giants on the road.
Third downs, look at that for Whitewater. They are 8 of 8. Third down and 2. Donovan, complete. And down at the 30-yard line. John Novak, the tight end, a gain of 15, and Donovan has completed his last 6 pass attempts.
And another completion, big-time completion on third down to move the chains. You know, and that's what quarterbacks, that is your job, is to make plays on third down. Move the sticks for your offense, find a way to get it done, throwing the ball, scrambling, and making sure you don't force it into a turnover.
Donovan last week, 17 of 26 for 276 and a touchdown in the semifinals. He is back on his game again here today, closing in on 200 yards pass, and now he's got it. Another first down. Down at the 10, Jordan Wells. Boy, he paid the price, but it's a gain of 20.
Yeah, but this is a quarterback that's operating at a very high level right now. Watch him keep this ball thin, put it on a rope. He knows he's got to protect his receiver and keep it thin. There he is, laying it on the numbers, knowing that his receiver is going to take a hit in that cover 2, stretching that outside zone of the defense.
Mount Union's defense has bent a lot here today, and they broke a few times. 21 points today by the Warhawks, ties the season high. To the outside, caught by Roosh. To the 5, dives to the pylon, touchdown! What an effort by Aaron Roosh. One official put his arms in the air, and now another official has come over to perhaps call him off.
They're going to take a look at this one and see if he stepped out of bounds again. Just that little bubble screen outside to Roosh. You can see him make a move. And when he does, he's going to plant that left foot. He is inbounds. Look at the effort. Look at the leap. That is a touchdown. That's why they try to get him the ball in space. You see him turn and run. His other receiver making a block for him. He's one-on-one with another defensive back.
It's under review.
And you'll see that left foot right here along that sideline. I think he's inbounds, and that is going to be ruled a touchdown.
I think you're right.
Yeah, it was ruled a touchdown on the field, and that's going to hold up, I believe. Every angle that we've shown so far, that left foot is inbounds. He goes airborne and crosses the plane.
The play on the field stands. Touchdown.
Yeah, that was quick. When it's that quick, it usually means it's not going to be overturned. 293 yards of total offense in this half for this Whitewater offense.
Very, very impressed. The way they're attacking this Mountain Union defense, the different variations they're showing them, creating opportunities for their playmakers. They're operating at a high level.
Shebler's extra point is good. And it's 28-14, back to a 2-touchdown lead for the Warhawks. 4 drives for UW Whitewater today. All have resulted in touchdowns. And I don't know what more we can say about the play of Jeff Donovan.
Well, and they're doing it against one of the best defenses in Division III football. Look, Mount Union Raiders, they knew they had a tough task on their hands. And we're going to take a look at these 4 touchdowns by Wisconsin and Whitewater. There it is by Lavelle Coppage, taking it in for 1 yard out and finding Corey Robinson wide open in the corner of the end zone. Was Donovan. They're running it and throwing it. And there's the last one. Watch the effort here by Roosh.
And this is against one of the best defenses in Division III. Most points allowed by Mount Union defensively this year. Wisconsin Whitewater just shredding the field. And there's less than a minute to go here until halftime. Squib kick taken by one of the up men at the 25. That's Chuck Lingle. Bring it back out to the 43-yard line. Coming up at the half, UNC and Texas getting together in basketball. Also some clock issues in the Butler-Xavier game. And we'll have a preview of the St. Pete Bowl coming up later tonight. So Kurt Rocco and the Mount Union offense come out again. Last couple of drives, they've looked much better offensively.
And the pressure's on them to keep it up.
He steps up, hit as he wants to throw and goes down at the 40. It's a loss of 3. Anthony White and Wesley Hicks combining on that sack. White is the team leader in tackles for loss and sacks. And now Mount Union wants a timeout.
And he's their speed rusher coming off the edge, relentless in his pursuit, and it paid off.
Capital One Bowl Week continues on ESPN tonight at 8 Eastern. The Golden Knights taking on the Scarlet Knights. It's going to be a great night at the St. Petersburg Bowl. Capital One Bowl Week on ESPN and ESPN360.com, presented by Beef O'Brady's. Some hardy fans. I bet there's some great travel stories in that bunch.
Those are some road dogs right there. You gotta want to be here, and they certainly did show up under some tough conditions.
You and I have to tip our hat to a couple of guys we know well. Dave Kelly, our spotter, Andrew Firestein, our statistician, both had harrowing travel experiences, as did several members of our crew, and we appreciate their hard work. Second down and 13 from the 40-yard line. And this is going to be whistled dead. Penalty flags come in.
Offsides, defense, number 95. 5 yards, repeat the down.
That's Wesley Hicks, the defensive tackle. And with 36 seconds to go, Mount Union will have it at the 45 now. Brian Borland, the defensive coordinator for Wisconsin Whitewater. The defensive coordinator since 2002. There you see Larry Karras. His team is going to be down for the first time all year at the half. Second down and 8. Rocco sets up, throws, and what a catch by Shorts. Are they going to say he was out of bounds? Yes, he was. Still, what a great athletic grab by Shorts. Unfortunately for him, he's going to have nothing to show for it.
He is one impressive athlete. You see the great play action fake by Kurt Rocco. Find a way to get an opening to Shorts. Watch him elevate. Look, he's up about 4 feet in the air. Landing out of bounds.
Troney Shumpert was over there. And, you know, he's going to be seeing Cecil Shorts in his dreams tonight.
Well, that was a great play by Shumpert. That's the way to come back. You know, he's one of those real competitive guys over there, an aggressive man-to-man cover guy. And sometimes that'll happen. Got to fight your way back in the thing and continue to challenge those wide receivers.
Mount Union exhausts its second time out of the half. They have 1 remaining. Kurt Rocco was shaken up last week. He was a question mark for today, but he has really come on here late in the half.
Yeah, they talk about his arm and his accuracy. Also talking about his mobility. That time he does a smart thing and slides, but you see him put the ball in places where his receivers can make a play on it. And here he is scrambling towards the end zone. Goes down between 2 defenders and doesn't take the direct hit. Finds his fullback in the flat. Ryder.
Rocco has had 3 300-yard passing games this season. He's just about halfway there here today.
He's also had 1 400-yard passing game, and that's slinging the football around the field now.
He platooned with backup quarterback Neil Seaman about the first month of the season. Then he really took the position by the horns and hasn't looked back. 3rd down and 8 here for Mount Union. Trying to get on the board one more time before halftime. Almost picked off. That route was jumped by Matt McCullough, and he darn near picked that off.
That's McCullough reading the depth of the quarterback, undercutting that route. You see him his back pedal, stay with the receiver, undercut the route, and almost had a pick 6 there.
McCullough, an all-state high school quarterback, one of 2 in that Whitewater secondary. Zach Christopherson is the other. Certainly looks like a college defensive back now.
And he's a 6'3" cornerback. He's got some range.
Aaron Roosh to return. He's going to call for the fair catch at the 21. Capital One Bowl Week continuing on ESPN tomorrow night. Damian Fletcher and Southern Miss taking on Dwight Dasher and Middle Tennessee. It's the R+L Carriers New Orleans Bowl. Capital One Bowl Week on ESPN and ESPN360.com. Sunday at 8:30 Eastern Time. 2 high-scoring teams at the Superdome tomorrow night. You and I are going to be there. It should be fun to watch.
It will be a lot of fun.
And Whitewater's going to take a knee. They are going to be very happy to have a 2-touchdown lead at the break.
Well, you got to be impressed with the Whitewater Warhawks and what they've been able to do offensively. Almost 300 total yards in the first half.
First time Mount Union has trailed at the half this season. Let's go down to Quint Kessner.
Coach, prior to that kneel down, you had 4 possessions, 4 touchdowns. How do you best characterize the play of Jeff Donovan?
Well, I think he's playing extremely well right now. Jim Zabrowski, our offense coordinator's got a great plan put together. Our offense is executing really well.
Yeah, what has been the key to your 3rd downs? You're 9 of 9.
Well, Jeff's been that way all year. He's been able to execute 3rd and longs for us all year. I think we've got a good balance going right now, but this is only 30 minutes. It's going to be a 60-minute ball game.
What's the most important thing you'll tell your team now?
Well, we got to maintain where we're at. We got to keep the throttle down. We got to get more stops and keep this thing going.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you very much.
Clay.
All right, Quinn, thank you very much. Lance Leipold and the Wisconsin Whitewater Warhawks, very impressive in that first half. They lead at 28-14 in the 5th straight meeting between these 2 teams. When we come back, we'll join Steve Bunin with the college football half for the first time at the half all year. We've got a good one. Second half, moments away. The NCAA Division III Football Championship presented on ESPN by Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Back here in Salem, Virginia for the Division III National Championship. It's a 2-touchdown lead for the Warhawks of Wisconsin Whitewater. This game got started 5 hours later than it was scheduled to start because of all the snow here in Virginia. 16 total inches. And we're underway here in the second half. Wisconsin Whitewater's going to start with the football. Derek Underwood on the return. He's hit hard at the 21-yard line. Let's go down to Quint Kessner.
Clay, when was the last time Mount Union gave up 28 points in a game, let alone a first half? I asked Larry Karras about his defense. He pointed to the great play of Jeff Donovan. He said his ability to throw the out pattern that really made 3rd downs treacherous for that Mount Union defense. I asked him what had to change on defense. He said pressure. He said we're going to have to bring a few more people, or the existing 4-man front that we're sending is just going to have to do a flat-out better job because Donovan has been playing in a vacuum.
He engineered 4 touchdown drives in that first half on 4 series. Can't do any better than that. Here's his first pass of the second half, and it's complete. Out close to the 40-yard line, it's David Leaf. Let's take a look at the first half stats. And, you know, you talked about it, Dave, at the top of the broadcast that the Warhawks are going to have to run the ball to be effective today, but really it's their passing that's been so impressive and has been leading the way.
Yeah, the passing game has set up their run game, really. They've been wide open in every aspect of the offense. Still 67 yards, not bad in the first half, much better than Mount Union's 36 yards.
Now speaking of the run, it's Coppage in that first half, 9 carries, 43 yards, and a pair of touchdowns. He'll get 3 here.
You know, when you look at Mount Union, what they have to do different defensively, you know, Coach hit the nail right on the head. They've got to find a way to pressure Jeff Donovan. The very first pass play of the second half, they only rush speed. They drop a defensive lineman in the zone, try to play more guys in coverage. They've got to find a way to make Donovan uncomfortable in the pocket, somehow, some way.
Donovan sprints out. And it's a good pickup. Just about 5 yards before James Herbert wraps him up. Will actually give him 4. Stops short of the first down. It'll bring up 3rd and manageable.
And again, you're going to see a 3-man rush by Mount Union. They're dropping 8 into coverage. Donovan's got nowhere to go with the football. And again, heads up offensive play by Donovan. Don't force the ball into that zone coverage. Tuck it and run, pick up positive yardage.
Donovan on 3rd down today. 8 for 8 and a touchdown pass.
It doesn't get any better than that. That's what quarterbacks, that's what you're supposed to do at the highest level.
3rd down and a long 2, they'll run it. And looks like they're going to be stopped short of the first down. We'll see where the spot is. Coppage leaned out with his hand, but I'm not going to give him that spot. He's going to be about a yard short.
We're going to see the first punt of the afternoon.
Chris Rosholt averaging 37 yards per punt. Comes out for the first time today. Vince Petrozello back to return for Mount Union. He stands at his own 11. Punt going to stop short of the 20-yard line at the 22 and out of bounds. And that's where Mount Union will go back to work after that 29-yard kick, no return. 28-14, Whitewater on top here in snowy Salem, Virginia. This was yesterday at the banquet, and the NCAA has come up with a new award. It's called the Elite 88, and it's presented to the student athlete with the highest grade point average in that particular final or championship for all of the NCAA's 88 championships. And the recipient this year is that man, Jay Carpenter, the punter for Mount Union. His GPA 3.92 in biology. Very impressed with his speech yesterday.
Very impressed with how he addressed the crowd, talked about the role of academics at the Division III level, maintaining that grade point average while being in the championship game. He epitomizes what the student athlete is.
There were a lot of impressive young men there yesterday, and both of these programs should be very proud. We're starting field position of the day for Mount Union. Here's Kurt Rocco to throw on first down. Throws it high, but Cecil Shorts impresses again. I can't believe this guy.
Yeah, his ability to go in the air and make a play on the football, you can see why he's one of the most dangerous receivers in Division III football. Look at Rocco, turn his back to the defense and deliver it high and away. And Shorts, his ability to elevate and snatch the ball out of the air. This guy is legit.
First down and 10, Mount Union at their own 42. Rocco wants to throw again over the middle, and it's complete again for a first down, this time to the tight end, Judd Harrell. Gain of 15.
Well, it looks like head coach Larry Karras had some inspirational words for his players. Kurt Rocco comes out firing on all cylinders. You see the fake draw up inside. Whitewater brings pressure. He settles down, finds his tight end over the middle of the field between the linebackers.
Mooring dances out of a tackle, cuts back, first down and more. Inside the 30, and this offense is picking up some steam. It's another 15-yard play.
You talk about the physical running of Morin, but watch him make a move in the hole on Max Ford. The spin move off of contact, natural, immediate. Those are great instincts.
Does that look like a guy that sat out the entire season last year with knee problems? I mean, he had 3 surgeries in 18 months. Those knees look pretty sharp.
You see that little jump move in the backfield. He shifts to the right, then throws a spin. Wow.
11 minutes to go in the quarter. Mount Union driving, another decent run for Terrence Morin, a senior from Sanford, Florida. And that's another thing, Dave. These seniors, they're playing in their last competitive football game of their careers in most cases. Generally speaking, these guys don't advance to the next level.
Yeah, this game means a lot to them. They don't want to be the ones to lose their senior year going out. They know the reputation they have, the legacy they are leaving behind under the tutelage of Larry Karras. And you know what? Mount Union has come out and running the football. They're going to establish run, only 36 yards in the first half. Got to improve on that.
5th play of the drive. Rocco has a pocket, throws to a man wide open at Shorts for an easy touchdown.
Rocco's pass complete to number 10, Cecil.
Second touchdown of the game for Cecil Shorts. A 23-yard completion from Rocco.
You can't get a wide receiver more open than that. You're going to see Shorts come over, look, and again, a little play action pass. Watch Rocco slide up in the pocket. And there's Shorts wide open, not a defender around him. This Mount Union football team has come out and responded here in the second half.
Back to a touchdown difference. Cecil Shorts III, the senior from Cleveland, Ohio, averaging 111 yards receiving per game. That's exactly where he's at now, and he's got 2 touchdowns.
A Division III College Football Championship, brought to you by Audi, Truth and Engineering, and Verizon Wireless, America's largest 3G network.
The Mount Union Raiders and the Wisconsin Whitewater Warhawks. Just a great show here for the fans, all bundled up in Salem, Virginia, watching the Division III National Championship, otherwise known as the Stag Bowl. And 4 of 5 plays on that last drive, Dave, over 15 yards. Great drive for Mount Union.
Yeah, watch how wide open Shorts is coming right here on the deep end. They're running a deep post behind it. Everyone goes with the post. No one is covering Shorts. The busted coverage by the Wisconsin Whitewater Warhawks leaves an easy 6. That's one guy you can't leave uncovered. Number 10 right there.
Cecil Shorts, the All-American senior receiver. He has been arguably, and I don't think there's going to be much argument, the most valuable player for Mount Union in this postseason. Certainly last week, when he was called on to be the quarterback and led the team to a win, they couldn't have done it without him. And at the 40-yard line, Wisconsin Whitewater will get it back. Capital One Bowl Week continues on ESPN tonight at 8 Eastern. UCF, Golden Knights taking on Rutgers. It's the St. Petersburg Bowl presented by Beef O'Brady's. Capital One Bowl Week on ESPN and ESPN360.com. You tried the food at Beef O'Brady's yet?
I have not.
I got some great stories from some people here that it's fantastic.
Sounds good. I'm hungry right now. And these guys are hungry right now. They got a football game going.
Donovan hands off for Coppage. And he'll pick up 2. Tell you what, all the momentum right now is with Mount Union.
You can feel a shift in the energy here in this stadium to the side of Mount Union. This defense responded and found a way to stop the Whitewater offense in their first possession, and they're flying to the football right now.
The Raiders own the nation's longest current winning streak, 29 games in Division III.
That is impressive.
Trying to come from behind, down a touchdown. Here's Whitewater's Jeff Donovan throwing it out to the 45-yard line. It is caught there by Robinson. Ferreira makes the stop, just a 2-yard gain, and now a 3rd down and fairly long situation coming up for the Warhawks.
Well, the Warhawks going to have to find out and find a way to run the football, get back to what they do. That's what set up their passing game in the first half, is their ability to run the football from a variety of different looks. Right now, Mount Union is saying, we're only going to rush 3. We're going to play soft coverage. We're going to force you to throw the ball underneath and in front of us.
Here's a 3rd down situation. Whitewater has been great, 9 of 10 today. Donovan throws, incomplete. He was hit as he released him. Charles Diesel, the defensive end, just a rookie, with a huge pop on Donovan.
You see Donovan take a pop as he's trying to make a play. Boom, right in the chest. That one you will feel tomorrow morning. That's what happens in this game sometimes. It is physical, it is violent, and these two teams are playing hard right now.
Chris Rochel, just his 2nd punt today. Vince Petrozello is going to be stopped at the 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, 5-yard return. Here's Wisconsin-Whitewater's first championship in 2007. Defense was the key for the Warhawks. The game stayed close until the 4th, and then Whitewater took control, pulled away for a 31-21 lead. The win was a bit of revenge for the losses to Mount Union the previous 2 seasons. And Whitewater would love to win again. They've got the lead right now.
And that was in head coach Lance Leipold's first year as head coach of Whitewater.
Rocco on 1st and 10. Down the sideline, finds a man wide open. It's Petrozello. A gain of 25, and this offense has found traction. The first quarter wasn't pretty, but since then, look out.
Hey, we talked a lot about Donovan. Watch Rocco's touch. You see him drop back and float the ball over McCullough, the corner, and in front of the safety on the corner route. Great touch, great change in velocity of the football. That's that 16 to 18-yard route that you've got to feather in there.
Rocker 12 of 19, 229 and 3 touchdown passes. And he wants to throw here, feeling the heat, steps up, throws, threw it high, and it's brought down. Are they going to say no, he did not catch it? Yes, Kyle Miller incomplete, but boy, what an effort. And great coverage by Matt McCullough, the cornerback.
No, it's great coverage, but it's great pressure by the defensive line. Rocco felt the pockets collapsing around him. He threw the ball high and behind his receiver, Kyle Miller. You're going to see him. It's play action pass. Look, there's people in his face. Look at his movement in the pocket. Creates a sense of urgency to get rid of the football and forces a misfire. Well, that ball was catchable by Miller. Would have been a great one.
Look at that domination in the 3rd for Mount Union. Larry Karras said the right things at halftime. What a play fake. And complete to Wes Ryder, who already has a touchdown in this game. He's going to be short of the 1st down. It's a gain of 6.
And it's Mount Union right now that looked like Whitewater did in the first half.
Yeah. Mixing
up the run with the pass. Great accurate throws by their quarterback. Find a way to get things done. Playing with a sense of energy and momentum about them.
Now let's see what Whitewater's defense under coordinator Brian Borland can do. Here's a 3rd down and 4 for Mount Union. Rocco in trouble. Got rid of it. It's Miller. And the big 6'6", 260 tight end will move the chains.
You want to talk about guts, a quarterback that's competing. Watch the hit he takes right in the chops as he delivers the ball to Miller once again. It's Supanoski hitting him right in the chops. That one hurts, but boy, that's the way to deliver the football.
Mooring is going to pick up 3 dirty ones, as you like to call them.
That's what you need. Positive yards.
Tell you what, that hit by Supanoski, a little bit high helmet to helmet. There could have been a flag there.
There very easily could have been a flag because that was certainly helmet to helmet. Face mask to face mask. Those guys were looking at each other eyeball to eyeball. And boy, talk about a guy showing heart in the pocket. Rocco, that's a way to throw the ball.
Did you see all that steam coming out of that huddle? The temperature has plunged about 15 degrees since kickoff.
This is football weather right here.
2nd down and 7. Rocco again feeling the pressure. Throws. Incomplete. He was looking for Vince Petrozello, the senior out of Mentor, Ohio. And McCullough was right there step for step.
Petrozello had a step on McCullough, but certainly what he did have was Kyle Miller right over the middle of the field. Squaring up, looking at his quarterback. Got a little greedy trying to stretch the field when he had an easy completion over the middle.
So now another 3rd down. Mount Union 121 yards here in the quarter. They had 182 in the first half.
They have come out in this second half like a championship team, like the defending champions that they are.
Rocco. Incomplete. It was Wes Ryder, the intended receiver. He stumbled as he turned toward the sidelines.
That time, Brian Borland, defensive coordinator, brings edge pressure to Rocco. Rocco's forced to slide up in the pocket. Again, that sense of urgency, that perception of pressure, forced him to throw that ball wide.
How about this? They're going to go for it on 4th down. A 50% team in this situation. Larry Karras gambling a little bit.
Well, this says I've got a lot of confidence in my quarterback right now and his ability to deliver the football.
Deep drop, steps up, incomplete. Knocked down by Shumpert, who exacts a little bit of revenge for a couple of plays in the first half.
Sure did. They went and tried to stretch the ball down the field instead of just going for the marker. Had pressure, Rocco had time. You're going to see it. Look, they're running some cross stunts, and they bring edge pressure once again, trying to create some line stunts up front to confuse the offensive line blocking. And there's Shumpert. Look at him recover at the end of that play to break up that pass to Claycomb.
So Mount Union could have pinned Whitewater deep. They go for it on 4th down, come up empty, and now it's 1st and 10 at the 35 for Whitewater. Donovan. On 1st down, has time, now rolling to his left. Throws across his body, complete for a 1st down. That's a gain of 12 for Aaron Rouge. And there's a man down for Wisconsin Whitewater. Jordan Wells is being looked at.
Boy, he's pounding his fists in the ground. Watch Jordan Rouge, though. He knows his quarterback's in trouble. Look, he comes off his route, comes back to his quarterback, and hey, here I am. I'm coming here, bail you out. I'm working back to the football. Throw me the ball, and they move the sticks. Wells looks like he is hurting.
Might be trying to stretch him out the way it looks.
Yeah, he might be cramping up a little bit.
Adam Brandis, who went over 1,000 yards receiving this season earlier in the game, also went off the field limping a little bit. There he is. And Wells, Brandis, and Rouge, they're the big 3 for Whitewater in that receiving corps. So they can't afford to lose any one of those guys.
Here's Brandis right there. You see him, kind of buckled his ankle a little bit. Looks like stepped on the defensive back. Foot.
That field is artificial, so it's probably starting to slicken up here a little bit as the temperature drops.
Yeah, but these fields these days, boy, they are as good as it gets. I like them a little muddier myself. Offensive linemen like to slow down those defensive linemen.
Well, this is a good sign.
Yeah, it looks like he was cramping up a little bit. That's what happens when you got wheels and big old calves like that, sprinter calves.
Yeah, I recognize those calves.
I certainly don't.
12 yards on the completion to Aaron.
So first down and 10 after that catch by Roosh.
Yeah, that's a relationship between quarterback and wide receiver that's been around a while, working back to his quarterback and giving him a target.
Antoine Anderson is checked in a tailback. He'll get it straight ahead. What power! Boy, he was hit at the line of scrimmage, but willed his way for 4 yards.
That's mano a mano right there. That's Anderson and Kershaw meeting helmet to helmet right in the hole. Looking dip pads on contact, drive the legs. Kershaw's not giving up either, holding on for dear life. That's great effort by both young men right there. That's the way to play the game. That's why they're both playing in the championship right now.
2nd and 6. And Anderson's going to get it again, but the play whistled dead. Flags on the field.
Prior to the snap, 89, offense, false start. Repeat the down.
Tight end John Novak. The NCAA Fall Championships wrapping up tonight in Tampa with the women's volleyball title. The Longhorns of Texas taking on Penn State. ESPN2, 8 o'clock Eastern time. Log on to NCAA.com for more information on all 88 NCAA championships. 4:54 to go here, third quarter. Whitewater up by a touchdown. They've got it here at their own 46-yard line. Jeff Donovan at the controls of this offense has been outstanding. Wants to throw here. Incomplete. That was Adam Brandis who he was looking for. Obviously he's okay, maybe limping just slightly. And now 3rd and 11.
And really the obvious adjustment that Mount Union has come out with in the second half is they're only going to rush 3. They're playing coverage in the back end. They're going to force Donovan to make an accurate throw in front of their defensive coverage. And that time Donovan, not quite as accurate in the first half, threw that ball wide and left.
We see the 3rd down situation. Donovan threw behind his receiver. What an adjustment. Corey Robinson. A pickup of 24 and a first down.
Watch Corey Robinson, tight man-to-man coverage. Watch him come back to the football, almost like the back shoulder throw, like a go and stop, but up the seam. Works back to the football. That is almost impossible to defend when you're man-to-man coverage aggressively like Renbarger was.
On first down, Antoine Anderson will get 3. 2nd down and 7. Anderson had 121 yards rushing in this game a year ago. Again, Coppage is the feature back. And Antoine Anderson taking more of a back seat, but he is factored prominently here today. 28 yards on 9 carries.
You see him buckling that chin strap again. One thing both coaches talked about, says they know what to expect when they come to play each other. It is hard hitting, it is physical, and they are leaving it all on the table here tonight.
2nd and 7. Donovan throws to the outside. It's complete to Aaron Roosh, the junior from Hartford, Wisconsin. And it'll bring up 3rd down and about 4.
And this is Roosh and Donovan going out. Just a quick out by Roosh. And that's a great example of Donovan taking what the defense gave him right away. Not getting greedy. Now you're in 3rd and 4, something you can manage and handle. Let's see if he could deliver the strike. Now they've got the ability to run the ball or throw it. They're 10 of 12 on 3rd down so far in the football game.
Donovan throws to the corner for Robinson. Incomplete. No flags. Evan Lamalanera, who played with Tim Tebow in high school in Florida, in on that coverage.
That time Donovan took a shot. He had man-to-man coverage. Going to give his receiver chance to make a play on the football, and I think that's pass interference. I think he got away with one right there. He's not looking back for the football, and he hits a wide receiver before the ball gets there.
Jeff Shebler, the all-time leading scorer in kicking in all of college football, from 41. No, he missed it. And Mount Union's defense keeps Whitewater from putting up points on this drive. It is the third consecutive drive for Whitewater where they're not able to score. Shebler doesn't miss too many. Any concern that it wouldn't be a white Christmas here in Virginia? Those worries can go to rest now, as
right.
They've got plenty.
And it's going to last a while.
16 total inches in the last 24 hours. There are going to be a lot of snowmen made here in the next few days in Salem, Virginia, I am sure. Mount Union has been the dominant team here in the second half. They are still down a touchdown, but they have outplayed Whitewater since coming out of the locker room at half.
Yeah, they certainly have. Defensively, they've stopped them in their first three possessions of the second half. And this is a tight game right now. Both teams have responded, you know. Whitewater's trying to get something together, but you look at Mount Union, and they have responded in the second half like championship teams do. They gambled on fourth down, went for it, but then their defense stepped up and held it.
10 times national champion. Rocco on first down, a little high to Terrence Mooring, his running back. Incomplete. Mount Union 139-4 this decade. Since the year 2000, they have been beaten 4 times. I mean, that's amazing.
It's incredible. They're 65-10 in the playoffs. I mean, talk about dominance.
Rocco has been incomplete in his last 4 pass attempts. 2nd and 10, feeling some heat, gets rid of it. There, it's complete. Vince Petrozello. Second team All-Ohio Athletic Conference picks up 20.
Watch Petrozello. Look at the pocket he has to throw the football there. Kurt Rocco, great protection by the offensive line. He's able to hit and put the ball right on Petrozello's number.
Seventh first down this half for Mount Union. Dancing is Mooring, trying to pick his way for positive yardage. He might get one. Bring up 2nd down and 9. Mooring has responded well to the increased workload, but no doubt through the air, both teams are getting it done that way offensively.
Yeah, you have to be impressed with Mooring, you know. He's shown his ability as a receiver, as a blocker in the backfield. And he's a slasher running the football, physical guy.
Rocco gets out of trouble. Now goes down at the 26-yard line. Kyle Supanoski, the team leader in tackles, for a loss of 14.
Watch Kyle Supanoski. Again, they're rushing 4, and they send Kyle in to spy the quarterback, Kurt Rocco. Watch him in the middle of the field right there. Spying the quarterback, turns into a rusher late, and finishes the job with the sack. You can see him come up. He's spying the quarterback. He sees him start to break down, coverage downfield. He turns into a rusher and makes a sack.
Second Whitewater sack in this game. Now 3rd and 24. Rocco, play fake, and now looking downfield. Over the middle, it's complete to Shorts. He's got a long way to go to pick up that first down, and he won't get there. He'll step out at the 48, about 5 yards short of where he needed to go.
That was close, so looked like he was going to break free there for a second. But again, there's Kurt Rocco looking for his #1 wide receiver, Shorts. See him come back with the football and start running for clear ground towards the sidelines. Knew he was going to come up short.
117 yards receiving for Cecil Shorts, the third today. Whitewater said, we have to contain that guy to win this game. Well, they really haven't done that, but they're leading this football game, ready to get it back here. With 20 seconds to go here in the third quarter. They're going to be looking at a long field. This drive will start at the 12. 41-yard punt. Capital One Bowl Week continues on ESPN Sunday night. Southern Miss. Their head coach Larry Fedora taking on Middle Tennessee. The Blue Raiders winning 9 games this season. The Arnell Carriers New Orleans Bowl. Capital One Bowl Week on ESPN, ESPN360.com, 8:30 Eastern Time tomorrow night.
Well, Rick Stockstill's done a great job getting that team going this season and finishing on a roll.
Lavelle Coppage will start this series at tailback. No gain on that play.
Number 33, Lavelle Coppage, the ball carrier.
Lambert Budzinski, number 12, senior from Canton, Ohio, making that stop. And that's going to be the last play of the third quarter.
And that Mount Union defense have been stepping up. There's some physical play going on right there.
Cecil Shorts has a couple of touchdowns in this game for Mount Union. They have all the momentum. They certainly played well in that third quarter, down 7. And baseball as well. The guy was a triple threat, you might say. In baseball, he invented the batting cage.
Goes to show you he's a coach and a teacher in the purest form.
In Stag's day, I don't know how they would have moved this much snow to actually play this championship. Fortunately, we have technology now, and this field has been bone dry from the start. Kids having a great time as we take a look at our Coke Zero game track. It's a touchdown lead for Wisconsin Whitewater as we start the fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter, and they've got the football. Let's see if they can go 80-plus yards.
698 yards of total offense for these two teams combined. Jeff Donovan out of the gun for Whitewater on 2nd down and 10. Looks left, still looking there. Throws it out to Coppage. Man, there is some heavy hitting down on the field today. It's a gain of 4.
Coach has talked about how physical this game is going to be. Another great example of that. We got linebackers flying to the football. Coppage running hard after the catch. Watch it. Here's Donovan not getting greedy. Look, take your check down, find your running back, easy completion, pick up some yardage. Now look at the blue hats. Now listen how this sounds. Woo! Doggy. Laying some licks out there.
Third and 6, Donovan. Yes, picked off. Alex Ferreira intercepts that pass.
And that's one of the hardest throws you can make in college football. Donovan certainly got the arm. He's going from one hash to the far side of the field. And watch Ferrard play the ball in the air. He's the ball hawk they talked about. You see the safety coming off the hash, now breaking on the football. That ball is late, and Ferrara's there to make the pick. First turnover of the game.
Rocco throws it back to Ryder, his tight end, and he is going to be stopped about a yard short of the first down at the 22-yard line. 29th interception this season for Mount Union by 12 different players. Everybody in that secondary, the linebackers too, can pick off passes, and that is a huge turnover.
Yeah, look at that, 99-0 when winning the turnover battle.
And Mount Union's been on quite a hot streak. That is their 17th forced turnover in the last 3 games. Here's Rocco on 2nd and 1, pumps, and he's going to run for it. And he's got enough for the first, pays the price a little bit. We'll get to the 19 after a gain of 3.
he gets high-low. And that's one thing to force the turnovers. Great teams, championship teams, make the other team pay for it by translating those turnovers into points. And here's Rocco again laying it on the line. You see him tucking the ball away, not wanting to turn it over, and he gets high-low at the end. I love how he bounced right back up.
I want to remind people that Kurt Rocco was a question mark for this game because of a hit he took in the semifinals last week. He was given the go-ahead, and he has been punished at times today, but hanging in there. Mooring. We'll get a couple. 2nd down and 8.
Trying to create some running lanes there for Mooring. A little draw action, get those pass rushers getting a little greedy upfield so you can create a seam and pop that thing up inside.
Mooring, 60 yards on 15 carries. He has had 2 100-yard games in the playoffs this year. They'll fake it to him on 2nd and 8. Rocco wants to throw. It's complete to the 5. It's shorts again. 1st down and goal, Mount Union, as they're looking to tie this baby up.
And that's shorts on Shumpert once again. But look at the time that Rocco has to make this throw. He's got some pressure. Look at the offensive lineman working, and he gives Shorts a chance to run away from Shumpert and come open clear. Look and throw the ball low. Man-to-man coverage. You give him that kind of time, he's going to run away from most any defensive back.
Named the Ed Sherman Award winner this year, the top receiver in the Ohio Athletic Conference. Rocco looking to the end zone. Now he'll run. Trying to get to the corner. Did he get there? Yes. Touchdown, Mount Union.
This time Whitewater covers in the back end, but Rocco avoids the pressure, extends a play, and decides to run it in on his own. You see him take it right here. Look, there's pressure. Watch him avoid the rush, extend the play, and then he sees nothing but the end zone. Couple defenders. Throws that ball right across the pylon.
Herman Timmersjö, the native of Sweden, for the extra point. And buckle up, folks. We're tied up at 28 with 12:08 to play. Jeff Donovan, he's confident. Don't count Whitewater out just yet. But no doubt, Mount Union, the defending champs, have the momentum.
You doing lights?
I mean, they have not covered up since kickoff.
Well, you've got to yell and scream. That kind of helps you stay warm.
16 inches of snow in the last 24 hours. Game got started 5 hours late, and so did this Mount Union offense, but they have scored the last 14 unanswered points and have tied it up. There's the man of the hour defensively. Alex Ferrara had that big interception that led to the points for the Raiders.
Yeah, coaches talk about him being a ball hawk. Great example right there when his team needed it.
The 6th interception of the year. Whitewater to get it back. Across the 25 to the 40. And hit hard at the 44-yard line. Zach Howard shaking it off. As again, this has been a physical game. Here is our coaching adjustments brought to you by the Home Depot.
Oh, we got the 3-man rush right here as the adjustment in the second half by Mount Union, rushing 3 defenders and playing soft coverage behind it, forcing some incompletions. The 3-man rush was able to get there, and it ended up with the safety Ferrara making the pick.
This pass from Donovan is complete to John Novak, a gain of 5. Novak, the tight end, and he's brought down by Herbert, the defensive end. Best starting field position for Wisconsin Whitewater, and they need to do something with it to just kind of slow Mount Union down, because ever since halftime, the Raiders have grabbed a hold of this game.
Yeah, they got to take advantage of the good field position, and they've got to decide, hey, if Mount Union's going to only rush 3, if they're going to play coverage, they're not doing it here, then that's how they got a chance to throw the football now. They got to mix things up.
On 2nd and 5, they go back to the ground. And his Coppage will pick up just 2.
And right now, that Mount Union defense is winning the chess match. They come out on 2nd down. They've got 8 men in the box. That's when Whitewater is running the football. They stuff the run. Now they've got a huge 3rd down right here for Whitewater.
Vince Karras, the defensive coordinator for Mount Union, the son of head coach Larry Karras. He has coached the nation's best defense the last 2 seasons. And they have really buckled down here in the 2nd half. 3rd down and 3 for Whitewater. Donovan, incomplete. Robinson juggled it. And the punting unit will be forced to come out. That hasn't happened many times today for Wisconsin Whitewater.
And Whitewater's playing right into the hand of that Mount Union defense. Throw when they're rushing 3, they're playing man underneath, 2 deep safeties. Ball hawking on Donovan, forcing the incomplete pass.
Rajhold out to punt. From the 40. And Petrozello calls for the fair catch at the 13-yard line. It's a 37-yard punt. 10:26 to play here in Salem, Virginia. We're tied up in the Division III National Championship game. Back in a moment. Here's Larry Karras. He has coached Mount Union to 10 of the last 16 NCAA Division III National Championships. And the size of the school at Mount Union in Alliance, Ohio has doubled from 1,100 students to 2,200 students since the program started winning titles back in 1993. And Dave Diaz-Infante, I don't think that there's any coincidence. I think that because Mount Union football has put the school on the map, students want to go there.
Yeah, certainly. You can tell by the enthusiasm, the atmosphere and energy it creates on campus. When you have a winning football program, boy, it just gives so much pride to your student body and school overall.
So Mount Union, which has scored the last 2 touchdowns unanswered to tie this game up at 28, takes over here. With 10:25 to go. The pass is going to be incomplete. Let's go down to Quint.
Clay, you mentioned their enrollment of 2,200 students. Half of those male, half female. Well, their football team, they actually carry 200 players on their roster. They have a full JV team. They'll play 11 JV games. Coach Karras told me, practice during the summer is a sight to see. They'll go on 3 adjoining fields with a purple, white, and black team, and then full scout teams. For home games, Coach says he dresses 145. For this game, the NCAA allows you to dress 52, and he said there are some tough decisions to be made.
When you're 10 times national champion, everyone wants to wear your colors.
That's right.
Thanks, Quint. Out to the 24-yard line, that's Morin. And it's a gain of 11 and a 1st down for Mount Union, which has its worst starting field position of the day. But again, they've got all the momentum there.
They certainly do. And we'll see if they can put something together here again with back-to-back touchdown drives that are able to make Whitewater pay for that turnover, translate that into a touchdown and points. Now let's see if they can march it all the way down the field for the go-ahead touchdown.
Under 10 minutes to go. Rocco, a little play fake, feeling the pressure, steps out of a tackle. Nice shovel pass. Ball comes loose, and it's recovered by Whitewater. Rocco got popped again and turned it over. Pardon me, Ryder coughed it up.
You see Rocco again fighting for time. There's pressure all over him. He finds a way to dump the ball off to Ryder, and Ryder gets shellacked by the Whitewater defense. First turnover of the game for Mount Union. How quickly things can turn.
Paul Wick, number 31, with the recovery for Wisconsin Whitewater. Now they've got it 1st down and 10 at the 39 of Mount Union. Donovan looking downfield, throws it away. Now just like that, the tables have turned.
Yeah, they have, and right there, you see Donovan do the smart thing. Great defensive coverage by the Mount Union defense on that play action pass, that quarterback keep fake to the right side. Instead of forcing the ball down the field, he's going to throw it out of bounds and live for another down.
This is an important series for Whitewater. They've had 5 second-half drives before this one, 3 punts, a missed field goal, and an interception. They need to do something here. 2nd down and 10. Deep handoff to Coppage. And he'll get to the 35-yard line. There is news from the Wisconsin Whitewater sideline. Apparently, Jordan Wells is unlikely to return. We showed you earlier he was having trouble cramping up down there, and he's probably a no-go for the rest of this one. He is number 8, an excellent wide receiver for Whitewater.
Yeah, definitely one of their playmakers.
Third down and 6. Whitewater was unstoppable early on 3rd downs, but lately things have gone south. They were 9 for 9 at one point, and now Donovan incomplete there. Brings him 4th down and a punting situation for the Warhawks.
Yeah, miscommunication on 3rd down. We didn't see anything close to that in the first half. Brandis and Donovan not on the same page. And again, it's Mount Union playing that zone coverage, only rushing 3.
Carpenter on to punt. Trying to pin Mount Union deep. Petrozello calls for the fair catch and almost juggled. And Mount Union will start at the 9 after their 27-yard punt. Cold night here in Salem, Virginia. 8:39 to go. The Division III title on the line. To play, tied at 28, back at the Amos Alonzo Stag Bowl 37, presented by Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Happy holidays from Salem, Virginia, where there is plenty of snow. It should last through Christmas.
Even Santa's got a jacket on.
1st down and 10 for Mount Union from their own 9-yard
Commonwealth
line.
put in a state of emergency in the last 24 hours because of all the snow. 16 total inches. It's been off and on flurrying throughout this game. Mount Union deep in their own territory again. They'll play it safe. It's Terrence Mooring. Out to the 10-yard line.
Number 5, Terrence Mooring.
Gain of 1. And Shumpert on the stop.
Tackled by number 7, Trody Shumpert.
We talked about some of the hitting that was taking place again. That physical play is still taking place down there on the field.
2nd and 9 for the
Terrence
Purple
Mooring
Raiders from
finding
their own
out.
10.
Tough sledding up there on 1st down.
Second down and 8. Rocco wants to throw. Breathing down his neck, dumps it off short to Mooring as he checked down to the safety valve, and they're going to be close to a 1st down. Boy, Rocco is a heady player, I'll tell you. Anthony White, the defensive end, makes the stop. And we'll see if they give him the 1st down.
Rocco, gritty. He's playing gritty out there right now. See that stiff arm he throws out there at the end to make that completion? Got defensive linemen chasing him down.
3rd down and short. Mooring got it to keep this drive alive. Should mention.
Watch Mooring right here in short yardage. Follow his fullback. Look at the effort by Anthony White to get up off that cut block and try to get in on that tackle. But Mooring too physical and too tough on that carry.
Caught! Penalty flag. Cecil Shorts. 39 yards.
Shorts once again, circus catches, coming back to the football, and he has Shumpert all over him.
Pass interference, defense, number 7. Penalties reclined, result of the play, first down.
I think Bob Rose said penalty reclined. It's that cold down there, it's hard to enunciate.
I think his lips are frozen. You'll see this right here. Watch Rocco again, drop back, pump fake one way, try to move the safety. And look at the ability of Cecil Shorts to come back to the football in the air. Watch the body control. Fight back for the football. Draw the pass interference and make the catch as well.
That is the best receiver against the best corner in this game. And Shorts has been winning that battle all game long.
He sure has.
First down and 10. Just willing his way to the 35-yard line is Terrence Mooring. You can tell that everybody on that Mount Union sideline since halftime has stepped their game up a notch.
Yeah, they certainly have. They came out with the proper attitude and backed it up with action here in the second half.
It's been a dominating show here in the second half for Mount Union. Ball came loose, and Whitewater has it. Another costly turnover for Mount Union. Matt McConnell with the recovery.
The play is under review.
Weak side power. You see him Mooring try to cover up on contact. That ball comes popping out while he is in the air. That is a fumble. That call is going to stand.
Wes Ryder, the fullback, turned it over on the last series, and now it appears Terrence Mooring has turned it over. Lane Olson and Zach Christopherson on the hit here.
Yes, Lane Olson coming in
The
low,
play is
putting his hat on the ball.
Fumble, first down.
How about this Whitewater defense?
Wow, right when Mount Union was driving the ball down the field, looked like momentum had totally switched their way. The offensive line started to control the line of scrimmage. Mooring running hard, ball security didn't happen. Second turnover this half.
.6:22 to go. Donovan, play fake, wants to throw again. Complete. Caught and out at the 45 is Aaron Rouge. A gain of 17 and a first down for Whitewater.
And that time Mount Union comes with the 4-man rush instead of 3. Donovan gets a matchup he wants to Rouge, and Rouge again open on the sideline, but again the accuracy returns to Donovan's ball, puts it right on the numbers.
96 yards receiving tonight for Aaron Rouge. Coppage bounces off a hit and is pushed back by Sam Kershaw, the linebacker of the year from the Ohio Athletic Conference. And it'll bring up second down and 9.
Coppage really nowhere to go as Clarence Liggett penetrating the line of scrimmage and not allowing Coppage to make that cut in the line of scrimmage for positive yardage.
Second down. Donovan has all day. Cotton dropped by David Leaf. Third down and 9 coming up. Drew McClain on that hit. 5:16 to go here in Salem, Virginia. This is the Stag Bowl 37. He's Dave Diaz-Infante. I'm Clay Matvick. Quinn Kesnick down on the sideline. Both teams 14-0 coming in. They have met for the last 5 years consecutively in this championship game. Mount Union trying to win number 11. Whitewater trying to win their second in the last 3 seasons. Big third down here. High snap. Incomplete. And the Mount Union defense takes its turn coming up big. Ryan Renbarger, number 21, on that coverage.
And credit the defensive line of Mount Union. A 3-man rush allows them to play tight, aggressive coverage in the secondary, and they find a way to pressure Donovan with the 3-man rush to make him force the ball high and away from his receiver.
Third straight punt for Whitewater. As their offense has cooled, as the temperature has cooled here in the second half. Petrozello across the 30, spins down to the 32-yard line. 5 minutes exactly to go. Mount Union has the football when we come back.
Bass Pro Shops.
In case you're just joining us, Wisconsin-Whitewater got out to a great start. Led 28-14 at the half, but since halftime, been a different story.
Yeah, the second half has been all Mountain Union with Cecil Shorts and Rocco, their quarterback, and they're able to capitalize on the first turnover of the game and turn it into 7 points to tie the score, 28-28.
Now, the Raiders weren't bad in the first half. They racked up 182 yards of offense, but in the second half, 259. They've scored the only points here in the half, and they haven't at their own 31-yard line with exactly 5 minutes to go. However, they have turned it over on their last 2 possessions. Cecil Shorts, the weapon for the Raiders. Gonna get nothing this time. Lane Olson, the strong side linebacker, tears him down for a loss of 1.
So they try a different way of getting Cecil Shorts the football, kind of that fly rocket motion, handling the football off, running full speed. But you see the pursuit of Lane Olson. He's one of the best athletes on the defensive side of the ball for Whitewater.
How good has that guy been here in the second half? Kurt Rocco.
He has showed some guts, some tenacity.
Senior quarterback from Cincinnati has a chance to drive his team to another championship. Pumps, lobs it up to the far sideline. Incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Claycomb.
Incomplete.
Third down and 10.
He had him open. They got him on the double move. You see him pump the shoulders. He just put a little too much air on that football and took his receiver out of bounds.
Rocco, 366 yards passing today, 3 touchdowns. And he didn't even know if he'd be playing in this baby.
Well, they're 5 of 10 on third down right now. None bigger than this one right here.
Rocco hit and down at the 21. Lane Olson with the biggest sack of his life.
They got close to Rocco before. They've been able to put a pad on him here in the last couple series. And you're going to see Lane Olson, one of the most explosive players on their defense, finish this play. A former strong safety can still run like one, and that's aggressive play by the linebacker, making sure they are spying Rocco and he can't turn into a runner on him.
Carpenter to punt for the 3rd time today. Here comes Aaron Rouge. Good field position for Wisconsin-Whitewater. They will start this drive at the 41.5-yard line.
So you have 3:15 left in this 4th quarter, and Jim Zabrowski, the offensive coordinator for Whitewater, has his challenge set before him. They haven't been able to take advantage of the 2 turnovers and 2 fumbles by Mount Union in this 4th quarter.
The last 6 Division III national champions Mount Union and Wisconsin Whitewater have gone back and forth the last couple of years. Mount Union looking for its 11th national championship. The Warhawks trying to win their second. Coppage bounces it to the outside. Dives close to a first down. He might get it. He got it. Give him 11.
I love the call by offensive coordinator Jim Zabrowski. Again, they line up with 6 in the box instead of throwing it against that coverage. Run the sprint draw, play the numbers game, and get the ball to one of your playmakers in Coppage in space and let him do what he does best, and that's move the sticks.
Coppage had a lot of Division I attention in high school, but injured his ankle his senior year. Is Wisconsin Whitewater happy that he ended up on their campus. He's got it again. And he's going to get 3.
That's good. Positive yardage right there on first down. Get something going. 2nd and 7, much better than 2nd and 12. That time they changed up the formation. You see the shifting, the tight bunch formation. You could run or throw out of it and put some of the onus on your offensive line. Allow them the opportunity to move that line of scrimmage.
2nd down and 6, coming up on 2 minutes to play. Donovan, quick throw, complete to Roosh. A first down inside the 30 at the 29. And now, certainly within field goal range of Jeff Shebler, the senior from Davenport, Iowa. He is loosening up on the sidelines. But I think they're probably thinking 7.
Yeah, you don't want to leave it up to your kicker unless you have to. Look, there's 150-something left in this football game. Your quarterback's starting to find a rhythm. You as a play caller are starting to find some rhythm. That's a quick timing throw to your #1 target, Roosh.
Ball comes loose. Donovan dives on it. Near disaster there for the Warhawks, and a penalty flag is down to boot. Bob Rose, our referee tonight, refereeing his 2nd national title game.
Illegal shift on the offense. Penalties declined. Result of the play. 2nd down.
So to bring up 2nd down and 12.
Boy, crucial timing for mishandled exchange between quarterback and center. Again, it's cold out there. The ball has been wet. It's been on the ground throughout the course of this football game. Time to dial in right now.
Coppage finds a hole to the outside. No one in front of him. Touchdown, Coppage. Lavelle Coppage with the go-ahead touchdown with just over a minute to play. And the Whitewater fans are celebrating with a snowball fight in the stands. Wisconsin Whitewater might be a minute and 18 seconds away from their 2nd national championship. Huge run for Coppage, his 3rd touchdown of the day. He has gone over 100 yards, and the Warhawks take the lead late.
If you're looking at a home secure...
Whitewater scores its first points in its last 9 drives. Talk about great timing. And they take the lead late. 35-28 with a minute and 18 seconds to play.
And Coppage, boy, coming up big when his team needed it most. You're going to see him make some miss. Look, they're running a line stunt. They bring Herbert around, and blitz lets the linebacker. He makes a miss. You run those line stunts. If you don't make a play, it creates big seams in your defensive line, and Coppage made one miss and took it to the house.
He had 13 carries for 109 and 2 touchdowns last week in the semifinals. 103 yards on 19 carries today, and that was his 3rd touchdown. He has been money in the postseason.
Wow, it comes down to this. Mount Union going to get the ball back. They're the defending champions. 1:17 left on the clock. What do they have left in their holster?
Both teams have 3 timeouts remaining. Now coming in for kickoff return is Cecil Shorts III. Generally not on this special teams unit, but they brought their weapon out now.
Yes, they are, and they like both guys they have back there. Chaz Jordan and Shorts.
It will be Jordan from the 8-yard line. A little bit of daylight, but it closes quickly. He's across the 25 down at the 28-yard line. 20-yard return for Chaz Jordan, and the Raiders will have 1 minute and 10 seconds to work with. Kurt Rocco has had such a good day. 366 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. He is going to have to be on down the stretch. They need a touchdown to tie. Pumps. Almost intercepted. Great coverage by McCullough. He has been excellent here today.
You talk about playing the football in the air. You're going to see Matt McCullough do a great job here in his back pedal. Gets turned around, then watch him come back to the ball. Left hand out in front, right hand on the hip of the defender. No interference, just great football.
2nd down. Rocco. Pressure from the edge. Knocked down. Lane Olson again. How many big plays does this guy have in his hat?
And that's a linebacker in coverage on Cecil Shorts. They got the matchup they wanted, but it was pressure by the defensive front that forced Rocco to move his feet and made him throw that ball short.
Rocco incomplete on his last 3 pass attempts, and now a huge 3rd down. The biggest 3rd down of the game. Lance Leipold, perhaps seconds away from another national championship. Rocco underneath to Short, stiff arm at the 30, and he's out of bounds to stop the clock. Kyle Supanowski escorted him out with 51 seconds to play. 4th down and 8.
Trying to get Cecil Shorts the football underneath on that shallow crossing route. The defense there to rally to the football and limit that game. This is the ball game right here.
Mount Union has a timeout here to burn, but 4th down and 8. Rocco steps up. Ball comes loose. Whitewater is going to win another national championship. Wesley Hicks knocked it loose. And Supanowski on the recovery.
The defense of Whitewater has risen to the challenge. That defensive front getting pressure on Rocco. He had Cecil Shorts open for enough yardage for the 1st down. Could not get him the football because of the pressure of that defensive line. You can feel the pain and the anguish.
Lavelle Coppage and Mount Union will have all their timeouts to stop the clock. the last 4 Mount Union drives, 3 fumbles, and a punt.
The tackle was made by number 40, Chad Watts.
You can see that front 4 of Whitewater getting pressure, and there's Hicks putting his paws on the ball. Supanowski able to make the recovery. See him hitch inside, and he had shorts open for the first down. Couldn't get him the football because of pressure. Look at Coppage. He's loving watching his defensive mates finish the game off.
Wesley Hicks has been injury plagued during his career. Brian Borland, the defensive coordinator, was saying this week, when he is feeling good, he is really good. And he is obviously feeling good tonight. That is the biggest play of the night, arguably. And Wisconsin Whitewater leading with 41 seconds to go. And possession of the football is going to win 2nd national championship in 3 years. Handing off. A little surprised by that they're not just taking knees.
A little, but they know that Mount Union has timeouts left. They're going to stop the clock.
1 timeout left. Wisconsin Whitewater, located in southeast Wisconsin, 45 minutes from both Madison and Milwaukee. It's a Division III program that has really caught fire here in the last 10 years or so. Bob Brezowitz, the head coach who retired after 22 years, left this program in great shape for Lance Leipold. And Leipold is going to win his 2nd national championship since taking over.
How sweet is that? Former quarterback here at Whitewater, Wisconsin Whitewater. From 83 to 86, always wanted to come back here. This was his dream job, had the opportunity, and look what he's been able to do since he got here.
Great respect between these 2 programs. It's almost like a rite of passage that they're going to meet every year in this game. Penalty flags with 34 seconds to go.
Illegal substitution on the offense.
When head coach Lance Leipold went into the bookstore before the season started back in August, he noticed that the bookstore was selling Beat Mount Union buttons, and he said to whoever was behind the counter, you know, take those down. It would sure make me feel a lot better. I mean, we've got an entire season to play. Don't you think that's a little premature? They said, no, it's going to happen. Sure enough, 5th straight year.
Yeah, talking about taking a peek into the future. And these 2 programs will be going at it. You know, Whitewater, over 10,000 students, a stadium that seats over 13,000. They've got a chance to do something special.
Coppage. And Mount Union will use its last timeout. Fans that have traveled from southeastern Wisconsin are really going to be glad that they were here to see this, even if it took them 24 hours to get here. Meanwhile, the journey back to Alliance, Ohio is going to be a long one and a disappointing one for the Mount Union faithful.
Certainly will be. That group of seniors that had so much success at Mount Union under the tutelage of Larry Karras. It's going to be a long trip home. But what a valiant effort they have put forth here today. You can see the pain and the anguish in Kurt Rocco's eyes and know what he's feeling in his heart.
Larry Karras means so much to that school, as we talked about. He was even the first swimming coach at Mount Union. And no shame in finishing runner-up to Wisconsin Whitewater. 31 seconds to go. Mount Union out of timeouts. And they are going to attempt a 44-yard field goal. Jeff Shebler has more points than any kicker in college football history. A long of 46 this year from 44. Yes!
The 44-yard field goal.
And that'll ice him.
And with 25.8 seconds to play,
That's the final nail in the coffin. Delivered here this evening. But boy, that makes you a little nervous. A lot of things go wrong on that long field goal. From the operation to a block, you're only ahead by 1 touchdown.
That's why I asked you earlier about those deep handoffs. You'd think the worst, could happen.
Yeah, and you think maybe you go for it on 4th down, then just give them the ball back here and trust your defense to hold up for 25 seconds. But look at the operation, look at the striking of the football. They know what they have in their kicker, and he delivers.
Jeff Donovan, the quarterback, star on the baseball field and on the football field. He has been excellent today, 323 yards, passing a couple of touchdowns. Wisconsin Whitewater, though, is going to put this one away. They've scored 10 points in the last 51 seconds. And they are going to get their 2nd national championship. They won it in 2007. They're going to win it again here in 2009. Shorts. Down at the 25. The clock will stop with 19 seconds to play. Wisconsin Whitewater has won 7 national championships before tonight. 1 in football, 1 in baseball, 2 in men's basketball, 1 in women's golf, 2 in women's volleyball. And they're going to add 1 more in football here tonight.
And what a job Lance Leipold has done. Their mantra is pound the rock, but it was really the arm of Donovan that set the difference here tonight.
Rocco complete to Shorts. They're not giving up. They'll get to the sideline with 10 seconds to play, a 15-yard pickup. Like the spunk of these guys.
Yeah, there's no quit in the defending champs.
Look out. Ooh, on a night like tonight, that can't be pleasant. But I'll bet he doesn't mind.
That is well worth it. Surprised ice cubes didn't come tumbling out of that water bucket.
Rocco out of bounds, and there is still time on the clock. .467 yards of total offense for Whitewater, 469 for Mount Union. Decided late. Great effort by both teams, exactly what we expected. Rocco. Fumble. And that's the ball game. Wisconsin Whitewater, champions for the 2nd time in 3 years.
How sweet it is. Under all the drama of the weather, the game being pushed back, Both teams came out here and fought their hearts out.
Only the 5th loss in this decade for Mount Union. And for Wisconsin Whitewater, they complete a perfect, undefeated 15-0 season.
And there's certain purity about running through the playoffs, winning all the way, and being crowned a true national champion by way of playoffs.
Let's go down to Quint with the head coach.
Coach, congratulations. What was going on in your mind when your 28-14 lead became 28-all?
Well, like I said to you at halftime, it was going to be a 60-minute ball game, and they're an excellent football team, and they got in a rhythm. Momentum shifted back their way, and that's the way football games go. We just never gave up. We battled back. We got some turnovers when we needed to. We got a big run by Lavelle Coppage when we needed him, and then Jeff Donovan came through as well.
What happened on that big run by Lavelle?
Well, we tried to go outside finally with it a little bit, and we finally, had a chance. We probably gave up on a couple things early, but we kept going. He made a good play. As you can see, that's the type of player he is late in the ball game. He can bust free for you.
You've taken the gold trophy home in 2007. Now again, what does it mean?
Well, it means a lot to this program, to these players that have worked so hard. Our assistant coaches do a great job. They work so hard. I'm so proud of them. So proud of the support and our whole university. It's a great accomplishment.
What did the Gatorade bath feel like, Coach?
It felt great. Last time I didn't even know what was going on. This one's special.
Congratulations, Coach. Go celebrate.
Thank you very much.
Clay.
Go warm up. If he gets pneumonia again, it's not going to matter. He isn't going to care.
He's got me shivering up here in the booth.
On a cold night in Salem, Virginia, there are warm hearts in Whitewater, Wisconsin tonight.
Well, you look at the playmakers that came through for Whitewater, Wisconsin here tonight. From Roosh, Coppage in the end, breaking the big-time run. Donovan, what he was able to do all night. Truly a great effort by the newly crowned champions.
Just another great matchup between these two teams. What we expected for the 5th time they come together, and we are entertained right to the very end. And Whitewater comes away with their 2nd national championship in program history. Once again, the final score 38-28. The Warhawks of Wisconsin-Whitewater are the Division III national champions. This has been a presentation of ESPN. The Worldwide